All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to the grand finals of ISCL. Hawx Gaming versus Quantum Jeevan, or as you know them previously as Club Jeevan Esports. Today I'm joined with Tanisha, aka Scardolphin. You all know her, obviously. What is up, Tanisha? Am I too loud to stream? Let me know. What's up?
Hey Foxy, I'm good. I'm pretty excited about this match considering Hawks Gaming did beat Quantum Jeevan, also known as Club Jeevan Esports, this tournament, and actually won from Vector Sports to get back to this place. So this is going to be very interesting. And looking at the pick and bans, there's going to be some aggressive gameplay coming out, seeing that Nomad ban has already gone down. So yeah, that is something to look to forward to. And there goes Jack.
Well, we know what kind of map Coastline is, and we know how the community likes to play it so much. Really excited to see what happens here. So Nomad and Jackal, pretty standard bans if you'll ask me. That's a lot of aggression that, what would you say, aggression being taken off the board from the attacking side, because now the defenders can get a little bit of aggression out in their gameplay. Echo, a very obvious ban. I think the ban coming up from Club G1, or rather Quantum G1, give me a little moment there. Let me adjust to the new name. Yes, it's got to be Mira. I mean, with the kind of strategies that they hold here, there you go.
And there we go.
Mira ban will come out eventually. So let's get into this. You must be seeing there's a 1 written on top of Hawx Gaming and a BO5, because Hawx has already won this, just like Dolphin said, and which is why they have a map advantage. So this is technically a 4-map game that we'll see. Not really sure with the technicals. I'm sure Ariel, Mike, and Arsh are there in the chat to help you guys out with it. But let's just get back to casting. So we'll be seeing Hawx Gaming bring out Nostalgia. Hexmeister, I'm not really sure. I'm supposed to say this. Hexmeister? Yeah, maybe. Triple Beast, Dope Pope. So pretty good players, and you all know the boys from Quantum G1. Majesk Boy, that's Jora, EX7, Jittery, Sparko, and Beat. So I think standard picks coming out, the Zofia, the Hibana. Obviously the Sledge does get triggered off for the gridlock, that denial from, this hallways control. Once you have them, you don't want the defenders just roaming around here and there. So makes sense. Let's just get into the first round of this match.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
As we start, as you said, Foxy, very, I would say, easy ban.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Standard bans have come out, standard gameplay as well, but we see that Beat has already disconnected the first round. It's already a 4v5 for G1. And that's the first side they have gone is kitchen apparently. So there's gonna be a lot of vertical gameplay coming out.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, that is true though. Let's see how that works out in their favor. With one man down, they're gonna have to wait for the reconnection or possibly go for the Rios as well. But so far, we're seeing 4 Quantum G1 defenders trying to make it happen against 5 Hawx Gaming players. So we had a few disconnection issues while we were in the lobby itself, but I thought once we start the match, that's not a thing that we'll have to worry about, but looks like it is. Well, you see they're already rappelling onto the VIP balcony here, trying to make sure that they go onto top, as that'll be their first priority at this moment. Triple running that Hibana. Not really sure if you'd want that, but yes, you want to keep her in your pocket just in case they try and switch to go to Hookah.
Yes, that does make sense as we see Hibana going after. And maybe there's a push coming, a vertical push coming out at this point from VIP, and then they might take side control, because it will be easy with Beat not being there. They can take advantage by killing only one roamer, and as we see, Hope is already inside bedroom and is trying to, open up the door.
Well, yes, that vertical gameplay is already coming up while they're trying to pick a fight with EX7 over here. That is the Pulse, but he's fallen back. Doesn't want to lose that life to his engagement here, but still got a lot of support. I really like how Quantum is trying to go for that office slash sunroom take, trying to make sure that they hold this one down, because they can obviously play for a retake with less man advantage on their board this time.
Well, I can agree with that. I think it's trying to see out, make sure that no flank is coming for them. And Hibana tries to peek someone. Maybe Jittery, she's going for that peek. And great shot! We have already come to the 1 minute 10 second mark over here, and we are seeing charge in position. Great. I'm expecting that part, to be very honest, in the last few seconds of the round.
Yes, that will be the case. Still see the defenders playing offside, obviously, because they've got the top control, but we see Jittery almost engaging with a Thatcher on top. That's Nostalgia. Possibly might find a kill as well, but that'll be the attacking team to find one. There goes Hibana with the first kill of this round, making it a 5 versus 3 already for Quantum G1. Nobody's practically on site at this moment. They could even attempt a plant, but that's something they'll have to be scared of as EX7 is slowly making his way onto site here. He's got to hold this down in a tough spot though. Not really sure what he's peeking. He's trying to go for this attack here. Meanwhile, the plant is going down onto bathroom. Picks up a fight with Majestic Boy. Trying to hold this down. He gets one down though, but gets traded off. It's all down to EX7 now to make this happen. One is down, but it's still a 4-man count that he's got to cut through. Defender down, diffuser, that'll be 10 seconds to only to work with. Wins first gunfight, wins the second one as well. That's a triple for him. He can cluster it out for his team if he plays, but no, that time just not working in his favor, and Hawx Gaming almost win that one out. That was almost a clutch coming out from the Pulse. It's just not great positioning coming out from Hawx and losing those gunfights against him, and we'll see a reverse come out. So already, huh? Okay, wait, you're muted. Hold on. Yep. See, All right, so we're back. Round 2. We saw Hawx Gaming take that first round away with a good play, but it almost turned in the favor of Quantum for a second there, as we saw that Pulse trying to make his fourth kill happen. But just not the case. Hawx shut him down eventually. So we'll pick up right from there. So Tanisha, what do you think? How are we proceeding into this match with that one-man disadvantage? We're seeing Sid Samba come out for that substitution. How do you think he's going to perform in the mix?
Sid Samba is a great player. We have also seen him as a fragger. And we have also seen him play support. This guy has a lot of potential, Foxy. And at this point, I feel like Hawx Gaming won because of the man disadvantage, I would say. Because going 4v5 is very difficult, and losing your man, such as an important operator like Jaeger, gets to your team. So at this point, I feel like Club G1 is gonna, take out rounds after rounds. Once they get one round, it's all up to them. And we see them going back again to kitchen. What do you think about that?
That is true, though. They want to make sure that they stick that defense that couldn't work in that first round. But it almost did, though, even with a one-man disadvantage. We didn't see any early picks come out from Club G1, but we saw a lot of responsibility, if you'd ask me, from Hawx Gaming. But nevertheless, we've got able players coming out from Hawx Gaming, and they don't look like they want to lose this one. They're already one map in advantage, and maybe we're looking at a possible title snatcher from the oh-so-dominant Quantum G1 Esports that is now.
Well, it's a BO5, and Hawx Gaming already one map to their advantage. So yes, it can change a lot for them, to be honest. But let's see how that works out.
Well, we will see that. Holy jeez, Majesba is actually going to get one kill from a spawn peek onto that white top window there. Didn't get to quite catch that on the cam, but still got that kill nevertheless. That will be the Sledge down, and Nostalgia cannot play anymore. Look at that dead body, just lifeless outside that window. Possibly on a rappel there though. But that's an early kill that Club G1 wanted and could convert successfully. They're still going to go for that possible vertical play that they want to make happen, because it's kitchen. Come on, you've got to make it happen. Everybody knows it. And Majesba actually losing it on another attacker will dispatch the IQ as well. That's a lot of utility thrown out the window. No more breach charges, and more than that, no more the electronics detector to help them with those gadgets. He'll grow also strong on this hold on top. Catching some action as Hawxmeister is going to drop that hatch, though. He knows there's somebody playing on that hallway, or rather even theater. Dispatches two of those Legion mines. Picking up a fight with Majesba over here. Possibly could lose this one, but no. He makes it out of this engagement with a lot of HP, and EX7 is here to refrag and sit Samba with that C4, leaving only Triple on the Hibana to clutch this out. Gets that awesome headshot onto EX7. Great gunplay, but he's still got 4 more to find, though. The stacks coming up. They've even got the pulse to make sure that the cardiac sensor is relaying information. He's just sitting duck at this point in that VIP room. Doesn't look like he'll make it out of it. It's a 1v4 all of a sudden, and there you go. The wall bang coming up from below from Sid. Awesome pulse plays from him, and Quantum G1 are back with a dominant round.
Well, what an amazing round, and like I pointed out already, Sid being amazing. Did you just look at that C4 kill? And I must point it out, Fox, that the coordination we saw in this round was amazing, and the spawn peek by Majisk Boy really put out some domination on Hawx Gaming in the start of the round. That's what I feel.
Well, that is true, though. They wanted to, they were too easy going on the first round, because maybe they were waiting on his friend to join back, but that just couldn't happen. And at one point, once they had the squad here, they were like, all right, guys, enough fun. Let's just put on a show now. And that is exactly what we saw. That was almost a flawless round if it wasn't for that kill from Triple all the way onto Billiards on that dock, if I'm not wrong, EX7.
Attackers need to locate and
Well, yes, that's right. EX7 was running out on a dock. And we see G1 going very, light armored operator with an alibi, Legion, Jaeger, Valkyrie, and Smoke. Well, these operators are very good as individuals, but together, I'm not so sure playing so much, speed operators all the time. What is your take on that?
Well, I think they've got a lot to their potential, because you want to win against Hawx. I think they're trying to go for frags, because we saw Majesba taking out a spawn peak, and that is something they want, that advantage early on, that man advantage, because Hawx is an experienced team as well. You give them time to, you know, try and figure out how to win against you. They're going to take their time and they're going to win as well. So let us see how Club G1 fight them against on this side, though. That will be hookah defense.
Well, hookah defense. They are trying to get, you know, they are. Oh my
There we
God,
go,
EX7 takes out.
EX7. Dropping out one more kill though. I'm sorry over there for stopping you, but it's just a lot of gunfight coming out from these players. And look at that, Jora's going aggressive as well. Don't really care at this moment. They just want to get that kill. Or rather, that early advantage. He almost spots that player over there. Though will he get the kill? No, he's fighting against that Capita with the advantage. And there you go, he gets dispatched. Couldn't really shift to that cam, excuse me. It's a little tough to, you know, try and keep up the cams as well as the casting. It's a lot of action that we are making sure. I won't let you guys miss. He actually goes for a run out there and Beast is going to dispatch him. And that's Jaeger taking one out, and Sparko to refrag. It's a 3v3 already. It's going on too fast and we haven't even hit the 2-minute mark. Oh my God. Are you watching this, Cardolphin?
This is some amazing gameplay. Jora tries to peek that long angle with holographic is not the best choice, I would say, Fox, but he tries to take a fight. And even though Hawx Gaming tried to, you know, take a detour, come down from this castle to avoid spawn peaks, EX7 still took out Hexmeister, and that is some amazing gameplay coming out. Sid Samba is a little low on HP but still tries to hold out to the spawn, while IQ goes out and tries to play support.
Exactly, that's only one person from G1 on site, if you notice. So that's something they might have to worry about if Hawks read into it. But Sparko is ready for a possible flank coming out from Sauna or Showers. They know they have to get that bottom control though. Trying to get that pressure down, but just not working. Sid is getting pressured. Meanwhile, he's so low on HP. Even one asphyxiating bolt from Nostalgia could end his life here. Trying to find that kill though onto EX7. Doesn't find it. Still got all his bolts to his advantage. He does spot Sid here, but the shotgun in hand could be his demise. And EX7 on the other hand picks out a kill onto Dope Pope, making it a 2 versus 3 already. Hawks Gaming are losing these gunfights, and not in a good way. It's just a shutdown coming out from him. There's no early drone work as well. Does fire the hallway, doesn't spot this smoke and gets taken out. It's all down to Sparko now to clutch in a 1 versus 2. Or rather, Beat, excuse me, that's Beast actually, not Beat, from Hawks Gaming to clutch it out in a 1 versus 2. Does know where that Legion is playing though. Tries to go for that white pick, but has to hold his quarters. Can't do anything. Gets wall banged all the way from Village on the EX7. It's just the shutdown coming out from Club G1 and they're peeking everything they see. I mean, you said the right thing. Yes, maybe that was a tough peek coming out with that hollow on Jora onto that castle on that really long angle. But come on, then again, we know it's Jora. So, anyways.
But yes, that's true. But I would say G1 is going very aggressive. They tried playing it slow. They tried playing on the side, but it's not exactly working out. It was not exactly working out for them. And they did not want to give out those rounds. They directly went like, you know what? Let's just go aggressive. Let's take Hawks Gaming down. This time they are back here. It feels like they have lost their pride at this point. That is why they're trying to prove themselves so much. And hence, I would like to say they are so aggressive at this point. But those gunfights are something to enjoy. That is something I really like to see.
Well, that is true though. I'm sorry once again. I couldn't really catch all of that on the cam. It's a little tough to get my brain working on where the gunfights are happening while I'm just trying to comprehend on what is happening in the match. It was so fast, it was so quick, and it was done with so much precision. We'll see the defense go on to blue bar defense though. This is going to be an interesting one. Not a side that you would really want or usually want to go. But then again, with the changing meta, Pentas has become obsolete. So yes, this is a side that they would prefer. Let us see how the same operator lineup coming out from Hawks Gaming works this time around though.
Well, that is something to look out for, because as you already pointed out, Foxy, Hawks Gaming is also a very old team, so they know how to improvise and adapt to situations. That is why I'm really looking forward to how this ends. And Nostalgia tries to peek out that window where EX7 throws out a cam to Castle, trying to get that info if they are going to come at all, or if somebody is peeking out that long angle all the way.
Exactly, we're still seeing Just Boy holding on to this reception area, almost onto the kitchen as well. But he's gonna stay a little flexible, doesn't want to become obsolete in that position. Nostalgia dispatching that one Valkyrie cam though, but will it be something that makes a difference? They're trying to establish control over onto Hookah. That's a long angle. They're getting stacked up here. That's actually 3 attackers outside the Hookah balcony. B is getting tagged up here and will lose his life from that cheeky angle coming out from Jittery. Loses a bit of HP though. No doc to heal him up as well, but looks like he just wants to hold this position down. That one-man down advantage is going to cost Hawx Gaming a lot, because that is not only one man down, that's a Thatcher as well. EX7 picking out fights of his own though. And here Jittery is here to get one more. He gets down eventually as Hicksmeister is going to pick up one more. But just by waiting in patience, will get his kill. That patience does pay off. 2 versus 4 already, or make that 2 versus 3. We see a possible revive coming up. Yeah, maybe that is the case. Yes, we're seeing Jittery being picked up from Sparko. Such a helpful teammate. Thank you, Sparko, for that. Still see just by challenging that angle though, I would say that's ballsy to do. But then again, it's a 2 versus 4, and it is terrorist stunt at this point for Quantum G1. We aren't even seeing the full match. Oh my god, what a peek coming out from Jora. Takes out one, doesn't get the second. There's a refrag coming out from Triple as he's again in a position to clutch it out in a 1 versus 3. Gets the one though, but will he get that 1v4 clutch with only 50 seconds left? And doesn't look like he's in a great spot.
Well, peeking out long angle while while your teammates are alive is something else, but wasting time out at 50 seconds mark right now. So yeah, that is something I would not personally prefer doing. And well, what do we see here? It's Jittery's birthday, guys.
Yep, happy birthday for Jittery in the chat.
Jittery taking out 2 frags as Quantum G1 wins another round by Sparko taking out Triple in Sunrise.
Well, that was quite the play that G1 wanted, and Sparko just chilling out with that knife in hand, possibly for the birthday cake of Jittery. And looks like the birthday cake is going to be the cup of ISCL for Quantum G1.
Well, pretty much to look out for, something pretty much to enjoy.
Alright, let's see how that works out though. Hawx Gaming are just losing a lot of gunfights too early. Now we see a little bit of operator swap come in, that role change, and maybe that is exactly what they need.
Well, yes, a role change can actually help. They are also picking out speed operators while we see Majisk Boy picking out Mousy and EX7 going out for Rook. Well, that armored plates are always of use and they don't want to lose any possible round.
Defenders, protect your
Well, that we really saw a shutdown coming out from Club G1, rather Quantum G1. They had no avenues to fight against, and that is Hawx Gaming. They just tried to stack up on that Crop 4 control and just couldn't work out. I didn't see a crossfire established. The one crossfire that I saw coming out was from VIP, but Majizboy was there to make sure Quantum has its support. So quite great, I would say teamwork, but that's not the word I'm looking for. It's all gunplay that we're seeing, and it's too good.
Well, we do enjoy the gunplay and the fights, and that's the beauty of Siege. But you never know how Hawx Gaming can take over altogether. That is something to look out for always in Siege. You have to always think of something. Counter strategy, I would say.
And that is true though. But at this moment, I think Hawx Gaming are going to have to bring up something more than counter strategy, because they don't have enough players left alive to work a strategy out. By the time the round starts, we see Jora, EX7 dropping off kills that they usually aren't supposed to. I mean, not in the grand finals of ISCL. Holding this long angle, almost spots the head of Capitao there. Will we see that little one tap coming out from EX7 that we usually see, that awesome ACOG plays from this player that he gets dispatched. No. Over peaking that angle though, Beast takes him out.
Foxy, I think you went a little away from Mike, so yeah, try coming closer. While we see Sid Samba trying to spot out his enemies, he knows that some vertical gameplay is coming out at this point, and there goes a Thatcher, EMP grenade. Hicksmeister tries to pick out a kill of his own from that vertical gameplay, tries to take out a fight with Sid Samba, but does not get one, because there he is trying. There is somebody to refrag Sid at this point. I don't know who exactly.
This boy being challenged here, quite interesting, because he just makes it out over there with very little HP left on his clock, while Jittery is picking up a fight of his own on the other side of the map. That's with the Capitao, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that'll be it. We see a lot of control coming in the triple and Spark on a 1v1, but Majez boy is here to get that kill for his friend. What gunplay, or rather great crossfires being established from this team. They still have the top floor control though. We see Nostalgia picking up that fight. Gets one down. Doesn't know if he's down or not, or maybe he does. He's waiting on the aggression coming out from him. Sid finally working out his pulse place. Gets Sparko as well. Nostalgia is here on a double killing spree here. Does finish off Majezba eventually. Long due kill. Finally got it. Jittery and Sid positioned perfectly to make this happen with 50 seconds left on the clock. Dopo still thinking there's somebody on the reception, and there is. Gets that kill eventually. It's all down to Sid to clutch it out in a 1 versus 3. We did see the Pulse, who was EX7 previously, clutch this, but will it be Sid? No. He gets shut down from the reception table right away by Dope, and that awesome use from those fake shading bolts as Hawx Gaming are trying to stay alive in this match.
What a gameplay. Really nice, I would say really nice coordination coming out. Dopo did not want to take any chance and did go for, he was not very sure, I would say, with no drone work coming out. He still took a chance and actually got Jittery with a headshot. That was a beautiful shot when you look at it.
That is true though. That was some great gunplay, and I really like how the attack exhibited a little bit of patience where they needed to. Got that early kill onto EX7 because we saw Quantum speaking everything that they saw, and they just got the better of them this time.
Well, yes, they did. We see Magisk Boy running a mute. Well, that is something which we haven't, which we haven't seen Magisk Boy running a lot. So that is something to look out for, I would say, because usually we know what the strong points of a player are at this point, but when they run out a new operator, it's a 50-50 chance of a fail, or I don't know, a win. And at this point with a player like Zora, it looks like a win. It looks like a strategy he has well planned at this point.
Well, that is true though. We see them go onto kitchen yet again, which was a successful defense round for Quantum Jeevan. So maybe we see that come out from them. Not necessarily, but that is something Hawx Gaming fans in the chat would wonder. Guys, while you're in the chat, please let us know whom you're supporting. Hashtag Hawx, hashtag Quantum G1. Let us know.
You gotta adjust your mic because once again, I think you went a little far away.
Yes, that is because my casting mic is not the one I'm speaking to you from. So sometimes you see that difference because I go a little far from the other mic of mine. But no, like you said, I'll try and keep that close to me. Just like Quantum is trying to keep that score advantage close to themselves. But maybe that might not be the case. We see an equalizer come out from Hawx Gaming. But let us see how that works out though.
Well, an equalizer can come out at this point, but look at the positions and being held by Club G1's players at this point, and those camp placements that are there. EX7 is running down those camps, and he knows that somebody might come in, has already prepared for that crossfire, and might go for an early kill or two in the starting of round, which can be really useful at this point.
I really like how Hawx is trying to go passive over here to make sure that any peaks coming out from Club G1, any stray peaks are taken out right away with no mercy, and that is exactly what we saw last round though. We see EX7 actually nested up on this hatch here. He doesn't spot him. There's a guy right on top of you. And neither does the attacker. What is going on, Hawx Gaming? That's a blunder coming out from you. EX7 doesn't connect his shots, missing them all. And Hixmeister gets a free kill onto the Valkyrie of Quantum G1. That's an early one from them. And a C4 gone off the board as well.
Well, that not spotting Hixmeister on time did cost Club G1 to lose EX7 right now. But as we see, that Beast has already taken VIP control. As Samba tries to work out his cardiac sensor to provide some intel to his team at this point.
Yeah, he's trying to make sure he goes for that free fire, and he will connect the headshot onto Beast. That's the Thatcher down. And so is his team, as Dope Poop and Triple are popping off on the other side of the map. They pick out 2 kills of their own. 4 versus 2 already for Quantum G1. as one attacker is all the way onto courtyard. He gets taken out as well. It's all down to Sid now. Couldn't clutch the last round. Maybe he can do this one for his team. Gets one down though. No, that's not even a down, as Hawx Gaming finish this round, equalizing it on a 3-3 on coastline. See, quite a shutdown there from Hawx Gaming. They're back and they want to fight this one.
Well, this is definitely going to be a very long match and a very long, final going out. But at this point, I've noticed this thing. Hawx Gaming did it twice with Sid Samba. They are not picking one-on-one fights, even though they can. There are always 2 people or 3 people picking out the same person from different angles at the end, and that is somehow helping them out.
That is true though. That's a lot of teamwork coming in, and I really like how this time around they didn't really have a specific plan of attack, or maybe they did. I'm just a viewer. I mean, I'm just a spectator over here. Maybe they had something going on in their comms, but they got a lot of that control established in a very good way. Club G1, or rather Quantum G1, excuse me, they were too spread out, I think, and that just didn't work in their favor. Not in the case of Kitchen Defense.
But yes, I would really like to say that losing EX7 early in the round did cause Club G1, a lot to lose out onto, I would say. But then again, we are seeing a side swap coming out here as Hawx Gaming goes out on defense, and we see them running Jaeger, Maestro, Smoke, Vigil, and Legion. Pretty standard picks, but I'm not so sure about that Legion pick coming out on from Hawxmeister. What do you think about that Legion? Vigil pick?
Yes, I think the Vigil pick from him is going to be something that they need, a wild card, because at this point they need that early advantage against Club G1. Quantum G1 rather, that is just not able to get so far. Maybe this time they will.
Call them G1.
Does find the head but cannot connect his shots as EX7 will though. You don't mess with a EX7 on a Zofia. That has been proven multiple times. Gets proven again. Hicks just did not know what is up on his store at on that window peak, and on a rather sad note, it was EX7 with the Zofia. They know this one actually hunkered down on luggage over here. They're trying to get that channelization down, but those crossfires rather, but it's just not working out so far. He's actually going to make his way out of that area. Going to fall back quite easily. No damage done, none taken as well.
Well, we see that Legion is low on HP, and as you were saying about EX7, that Zofia, now we all know how great he is, and we all in the community appreciate his plays. Seeing EX7 run a Zofia is treat to a person's eyes, as we see that Dope holds the side, and so does Beast. These guys are, very good at it. They don't want to show that aggressive play. They would play rather passively, as Pargo tries to find a kill of his own, as Nostalgia is already a little low in VIP at this point.
We see Jittery and the rest of the team trying to make their way onto Aquarium though. Those Legion mines irritating that IQ. I'm not really sure if that detector was used though, but could mean in their demise. Not so far. They don't have that top to bottom play established, and there you go as I speak about it. The Jaeger proving me wrong, gets one kill. Triple onto Jittery. It's a 4 versus 4 already, equalizing the scores. Gets one more. That's a great gunplay coming out from him. Lovely pre-fire. Will eliminate Majesk Boy, as there's a refrag from the Thatcher as well. Sid is here to take him down. 3 versus 3 as we hit the 1 minute mark. Still got a lot to cut through. There's a flank coming in from Luggage as well that's been called out, and that'll be Nostalgia on the Legion. Has to fall back. Obviously, he doesn't want to pick a fight that he can't win. He's got a lot of Legion mines down onto that white stairs, and will give the Zophia's position away. She doesn't want to push this. She knows there's somebody waiting. Obviously, that Legion mine giving away her position. Falls back. Doesn't pick this fight though. Actually going to go on to blue stairs. Let's see what's happening at site meanwhile. See Beast trying to hunker down onto Hookah though. Oh my god, what a gunplay coming out from Dope Pope. Takes out Sparko on that rappel. Sid trying to make it happen as EX7 is rappelled onto this big window. Beast does get down as Dope Pope will go for the revive. That's balls if you would ask me. They do have the smoke still in play, and he actually goes for a free denial. What are you doing, EX7? As Beast is here to dispatch the last attacker, and Hawx Gaming win that with great presence of mind and teamwork. What a play. Oh my god.
That that was a really good round coming out from Hawks Gaming on the defense side. They already have certain amount of domination on clubs even, and honestly, we have not seen this happen a lot before. So yeah, that is something Jeevan should be worried about at this point, maybe. What do you think, Foxy? Do you think that they will take Hawks Gaming will take another map into their advantage and do Jeevan 2-0? Or do you think this is a comeback which can happen?
Well, this could be a possible comeback though, but looks like Hawks Gaming is they're angry. I mean, they just want to win this, and it's totally visible. I mean, I can see it. It's evident. They don't want to back down at all. At least not without a fight. And the fight that they're putting out is oh so strong for Quantum G1 that they're gonna have to really sweat for this one.
Well, yes, this is a very sweaty match for both these teams at this point, and Jeevan knowing that they already have a map advantage is not really helping, I would say. Yeah, you can obviously see that there's some sort of domination, and we see Magisk Boy running out that
10 seconds to insertion.
Buck right now, and we all know how great Magisk Boy is with Buck and EX7 with Zofia, so that gameplay can really help him. Meanwhile, we know that Kitchen is aside, so a lot of vertical gameplay is out. What is happening here?
Nostalgia actually loses HP off of that smoke on Dope Pope, and they're just going to reset him because 20 HP is better than 1 HP. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I completely forgot to look out for that while thinking of the analytics part. So yes, this is very funny at this point because that just can lead to a 4v5 situation. And we see no spawn peaks, absolutely no spawn peaks coming out from Hawks Gaming this time after EX7 shut them out last round.
I thought you were about to say after the smoke shot his own teammate, but that's true as well. I mean, that's okay. They can take that one if they do not get that early kill though. Triple being challenged here by the IQ. Can he win this gunfight though? He's alone on this engagement, gets taken out, and that'll be from Sid, and that's from the hallway. As EX7 is here to drop another kill of his own. That's a great shot coming out from him. He's so close to the site here. He could almost go in for the take. The Pulse spots him, and there you go. Pops the head off of EX7. Nostalgia still running that cardiac sensor, knows somebody playing above, getting as much information as he can as Ix Meister gets one and gets refragged right away from his teammate. Majesboy trying to play as safe as he can, knows there's a pulse being employed on the defense. They've got to make this happen though. 2 versus 3 situation, 1 minute 20 seconds on the clock. Doesn't look like it could work in the favor of Hawks Gaming, but they've still got a lot of utility to cut through. Obviously, the C4 is still in play. The Maestro cams, the information exchange, as well as that unstoppable order. So there you go. What a play coming out from the IQ. Spots him on that detector and pistols him to death. It's all down to Beast to clutch it out in a 1 versus 3 now. He can make this happen. He knows where he's playing though. Doesn't spot him. Does spot him but cannot connect the shots as the Maestro is going to move, or rather the Capita is going to move away from that side though. The Maestro cam's coming into play. He's low, but that push from Quantum G1's other players could really end in his demise. He can go on his cam once again. No denial coming in from him though. He's low and he drops that kill. What is going on? Beast almost clutching it for his team as Majesboy is here to refrag on that body. He's waiting for that play to happen for him, the Maestro to go on his cam and catch that. Oh, what a play. Oh my god. Okay.
Well, yes,
that's great.
That is what I was about to point out, Foxy, that maybe Sparko tricked him into going on his Maestro cam so that Magisk Boy can go and refrag him.
Yeah, that was great teamwork coming in, because they knew to deny the plant, he'll have to go on his cam, and with a 3-1 on such a situation, obviously the Maestro is no echo. You can't just, Yokai drone him, or rather Yokai stun him and walk back. No, you've got to stick that multiple taser shots from the Maestro, his evil eye. So that didn't work out in the favor of Hawks Gaming, as a great attack round comes out from Club G1 finally.
Well, that's some great rounds we have seen, and it's a 4-4 score right now. Here we go for another round, which can actually... Well, there's no domination. These teams have played for so long that they both are chill and they know their plus points and their weaknesses at the same time. They are refragging. There are great gunfights, some great strategies coming out, and this is amazing. Honestly, this is a treat to your eyes.
Well, that is true. That's such a tough fight that I'm seeing or getting to cast rather. The last match that I saw that was on this level, or rather casted that was on this level, was back on the Kryptonite finals. As we see the now level 0, then Fallen Knights roster go against the roster of Mammoth Gaming, then, and now we're seeing Club G1, right? So
Well, that fight we can revisit those fights, and I expect some amazing gameplays to come out in ESL considering these both teams are qualified.
yes, that is true. That is true. Meanwhile, we'll see EX7 trying to hold this down as Nostalgia is actually white peaking that angle. Are you sure you want to pick that fight against the ACOG? Nostalgia, maybe. He wants to. Just trying to Q and E peek this thing as Castle is going to add a little fuel to that fire that... I'll tell you what, Pulse. You're on your own now. I'm going to castle this door for you. Well, he's holding his own at the moment. No damage done, but none taken as well. EX7 trying to find that kill though. Could lose this fight if he wants to, but the castle just get taken out, and that'll be the castle door. Castle losing a lot of HP.
AX7 tries to take the castle out, but cannot. He's very low, and there goes Jittery taking out Beast. Castle tries to
Repeat that, yeah.
Yeah, and Jittery already takes her dope off. Oh my god, that's some amazing gameplay coming out from Jittery. And there we see AX7 taking out Nostalgia. Such amazing gameplay, so fast coming out. And we see the diffuser going down as Hawxmeister takes out Jittery. Hawxmeister tries to take out Majestic Boy, but the plant already goes down. He tries to rotate back and take a kill on Hawxmeister, but no, Jaeger is down there to save his teammate at this point. Tries to go for that diffuse as Parko holds upside down angle and takes out Hawxmeister. Now his teammate knows where he can be, and Chitsamba is there to help him out. He's on the drones out Jaeger. Parko knows where he's playing and takes him out. What an amazing round by Club G1.
Well,
rather Quantum G1.
That was a total shutdown coming out from Quantum. Some free kills, if you would ask me, being thrown up in the board there from Hawx. I'll tell you what, Quantum, we're just going to throw this round because we're going to peek everything, not have great positioning, and let you win this round. I think that was more than Quantum playing better than Hawx. I think it was Hawx allowing themselves to be in bad spots where Quantum could just pick up that advantage.
That's true. Well, with a team like G1, I would say you don't peek out common angles, or you don't go very aggressive with common places, because that can actually not work out in your favor. And we see Majestic Boy running a gridlock in this particular round on the attack. Well, that's something to look out for.
Defenders, protect your bombs
What
from
do
being
you think,
defused by
Foxy?
attackers.
Well, that'll be something we'll have to look out for, obviously. But at this moment, it looks like they're having a tough fight. I mean, come on, they want to make this happen, and they don't want to go down without a fight either. So they're just trying to fight against each other. It's Hawx and Quantum G1 they're just locking horns at this point.
Well, yes, that's true.
10 seconds to insertion.
We see them go on hookah this time and try to take a round away from,
Attackers are moving out to locate
Club
a bomb
G1
in the
and bring it to equalizer again. But let's see how this round works out in favor of Hawx Gaming, as these guys are already up for it. And AX7 looks that he's going to play very aggressively, as he's already up 2 hookah stairs.
Bomb detected.
Well, we see Capita peeking hookah door as Nostalgia is rotating all the way to Hall of Fame to get a kill onto DJ Booth, while Dope Hope takes is showing out some great vertical gameplay, taking out somebody from that drone hole. Would be something interesting to see, as EX7 goes for the long angle peek maybe, and Triple is holding on to the main lobby as we go ahead.
That is true, though. We don't see anybody except Dope Pope hunkered down on that pink bar there, trying to hold the A side down as Beast is onto Hookah. He's obviously got Xmister to help him with, and 1 minute 50 seconds, and nobody's dropped so far. Still see a really spread out defense, and that is something they'll want or maybe need as well for making this happen. Triple is playing the same position that he played before, hunkered down below in officers, trying to make sure that vertical gameplay is established in Aquarium. Does get droned out though. This could be fatal for his team, and there you go, he gets dropped dead so early with the X7. Oh, so perfect, that precision play coming out from him. He does down the smoke as well on above him. He doesn't know that yet. That impact nade from the Zofia is going to down him as the fire bolts come in, and Majisbai drops one, and the X7 on another. Beast is trying to fight for his life here. He gets taken out as well. It's all on Nostalgia, who's actually off site, and the track stingers, they're here to stop him. It's an almost flawless round for Quantum Jeevan. He gets spotted as well. That's the only way he can come in from. They're hunkered down everywhere. There you go, ending his life there. What a flawless round coming out from Quantum Jeevan as they proceed on to match point. We'll take a quick look at the scoreboard though. We're almost looking at the last possible round coming out. Damn, that was a great showdown from Club Jeevan. The Red Hawx Gaming, they just attacked them however they could, or rather in a really precise manner. They got everything so right at the right time, and the pacing of it was oh so awesome. It was a treat to watch if you'd ask me.
Well, this round was particularly something to look out for. Club Jeevan knows how their enemy is gonna play, and yes, they go out for those kills. They know when to attack and when to, play a little passive. I like their aggressive but passive, aggro passive style, I would rather say at this point, and that is something to look out for. Hawx Gaming is trying to take away the cup from Club Jeevan at this point, and we all know that they are the challengers at this point, but Club Jeevan is always there to prove them out, to prove everybody wrong out that, you know what, you need more practice. We have been in this for way too long, and yeah, we'll prove you wrong. This is one of those rounds, I feel like.
Well, we'll see what happens though. 6-4 already, and match point, I wouldn't say early, but due, yeah, pretty much, because I thought Hawx there, while they were trying to make that comeback happen, they almost equalized it to 4-4 there, and maybe I thought they would climb all the way to the top, but no, Quantum Jeevan is the one doing the work here and is just working out in their favor. Some cheeky spots for you there from that Valk, nothing special, but obviously you can use those.
Well, yes, but at this point, we know that Jittery is running an IQ, so that might not be a lot of help, as we see EX7 dropping down triple in without even hitting the 2-minute 30-second mark. It is already a 4v5 situation in favor of Club Jeevan Esports, and honestly, that's a lot of pressure on Hawx Gaming, I would say, at this point, and they have already proceeded towards match points, so yes, that might change a lot, and Club Jeevan might take this map away altogether.
That is true though. Hawx sitting on one map advantage already. This map turning in the Quantum Jeevan's favor means that we'll possibly even see a best of 5 coming up, as in we might go the total length. We might see all 5 maps come in. So let us see how that works out though. Looking at a 6-4 and this one map, that advantage, or they've got a lot to work through, if you would ask me, as on the defense. They're losing the fights, and there you go. Sparko drops another kill, and that'll be Dope losing his life on that Pulse, or rather the Jaeger, so early. Xmeister trying to make this happen. Nobody gets spotted out. That's not a place you'd want to play in when EX7 is wrapped on the hookah balcony. Picking fights as Nostalgia on the other side does take out one Sid Samba. Great vertical play, but just do not turn in his favor. Spots the IQ there, tries to land the headshot but doesn't connect though. I will find it eventually. Nostalgia, oh my god, he's popping off. Gets the other one, gets it down as well. Doesn't go for the finish yet. He's aggressive on this one. He knows there's somebody else playing, and there you go, he gets taken out. That's not what you do in a match like this. You don't need to confirm that kill. So 1 versus 3 now for his team, as they can go for the revive. Beast obviously on the 100 HP as Sparko EX7 and Majest Boy stay low on theirs. They could make this happen, but it's a lot if you'd ask me. with Quantum on match point. They win it. Easy shutdown. Great play coming out from them. And Coastline goes into the favor of Quantum Jeevan. It's a 1-1. That is the map score in the best of 5 so far. And that'll be it from me and Scar Dolphin at this moment. What a play.
Well, that was some amazing gameplay we have seen today. And yes, Foxy, this hasn't happened in a very long time that we have seen a whole BO5 go, proceeding to map 5. But this time it might as well happen. That's what I feel.
Exactly. Look at that scoreboard. Great frags coming out from both the teams. But just like we know, EX7 on the top. You guys know the meme. Come on. Hulk smash. I mean, come on. I'm just going to stop now. Never mind.
Wubba lubba dub dub!
All right, let's get into this matchup. Now I'm joined with Baba Gusta over here to cast with me, and that'll be the third map. Oh, I'm sorry, I actually forgot to update the map score. Don't mind me, guys, as I do that on stream. I'm sorry, but it's just to make sure that we don't have any problems up ahead. How are you doing, Baba? What is up with you?
Well, I'm doing fine, Foxy. Looking at the first round of Hawx Gaming versus Quantum G1, especially on Coastline, for a moment there, I thought that Hawx Gaming was going to win that round, but unfortunately, Quantum G1 came with an awesome comeback, getting that win onto Coastline.
That is true, though. Some great play coming out from them as we see Quantum G1 yet again ban Nomad. Interestingly, they want that, I would say, flexibility to play with the operatives they have, and they've been able to do that so far without the Nomad and play. Obviously, we did have that play coming out from the gridlock, trying to stop those possible flanks coming in, but still, Nomad is a more powerful operator, nevertheless.
I mean, especially on the first map of Coastline, I saw Quantum even go for aggressive spawn peaks right from the beginning itself, getting around 2 to 3 more kills. And the problem for Hawx Gaming was that they didn't had that much time to respond back or get much more intel about where the defenders were, and that's the reason why Quantum G1 took a whole advantage over it.
Yes.
And looking by the ban, it's a simple defense ban. I would definitely say it would be an Echo and a Mira ban, which is quite important.
Well, that is true though. For the guys who didn't catch up early, Hawx Gaming had a map advantage, so they had the first map in their account already. We saw the second map being played at Coastline that was won by Quantum G1, and now we're on to third map. So at the moment, the score is equalized on a 1-1, and we're looking at a possible best of 5, and we might even go the length.
I mean, I've seen a lot of great plays coming from triple with these long angles, but this is especially on border. The main part is that you need to gain control, the main core control, that would be the security room, just to make sure that you don't get a lot of flanks, as well as to get the armory control as best as they can. So we won't be seeing a lot of
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
long angling controls, unless and until if EX7 goes for that long angle peak right from offices to the archives. So let's see.
Well, yep, let's see what we have in store as we see the same bans coming out. If you guys fail to notice, but we saw the exact same bans come out from both the teams. We saw Nomad taken out, we saw Jackal taken out, then we saw Mira and Echo taken out. So I like how they're trying to saturate the meta here, and is just helping out with them at this moment. Majez was just playing hide and seek with his drone over here. Higgs doesn't want to lose his drone, but he's obviously going to lose it eventually. Nowhere he can go. Oh my god, what is going on?
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Speed up and running.
There you go, Majez boy. And he tries to play aggressive though, but gets back. EX7 is actually the one who's going to show that aggression for his team, as we see Hex and Dope trying to rappel on top. And I really like how Bangladesh teams are so focused on to getting. Wait. Okay, that's an ovary mark coming out from Hex onto Hibana though. For some reason, I'm not sure why that what was being communicated there, but it'll be something that we'll never know unless, of course, Hawx lets us know how their comms happen. I would love to see that. I mean, as a player, come on guys, get your comm videos out. And oh my god, Majizba picks up a kill as I speak about the comms coming in. That information being traded off from those Valkyrie camps, also potent in the hands of Majesk Boy, and as you like to call him, that is Jora. That Easter pre-fire though, almost missing his head there. Preps this window for a possible run out or even a possible take, as Dope Pope knows that window is prepped. Could end in his demise though, as Jetri is going to run out on the long angle and takes down the one attacker all the way onto Easters, and that's Nostalgia out of the board. That's 2 attackers down, and it's just not working out for Hawx Gaming as they start losing man count so early. They haven't even got into the map yet, and They've already lost 2 of their attackers and make that 3 as EX7 picks out 1 more kill from that long angle, just like Baba, you said. It's a shutdown coming out from them, and Dope Pope just not being able to stay alive here. Triple spotting that run out from the dog, though. Wants to hold this angle down. Doesn't know what he's trying to do as Jittery is going to dispatch the Capita. Puts him out of his misery. Leaving Triple yet again from his team to clutch it out on a 1 versus 5. And I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, it's not even an attempt being made here from Hawx at this moment. 50 seconds, nobody takes any map advantage or map control, and everybody loses their fights. The flawless round being dispatched there as the down comes out, though. But EX7 landing his shots could make a difference, but Triple will land his, though. This is a possible take. He's got 2 kills down on the board, but no, Majespa is actually going to get revived. What am I seeing here? They went for the revive outside the map. Here's him, takes a double kill, secures it. 30 seconds to work with, gets a triple. Oh my god, Triple wants to make this happen. It's a 1 versus 2 now. He could make this happen. Only 20 seconds. He's got the diffuser as well. Obviously on the Thermite's dead body, but could go for the take. No aggressive peaks coming out from Jittery and Sparko. Triple is a little low on HP, but
15 seconds left.
does not want to engage so early. They're both high on HP
10
though.
seconds remaining.
Trying to make this push happen there for spots 1 on the half wall, but no. The Legion will dispatch him with a quick headshot, and the Hibana just tries to stay alive for his team, barely making it out of that gunfight.
Well, Foxy, I would definitely love to say that history is actually repeating itself back again. Remember on the coastline second map where Hibana was making a really, big angle right from the hookah lounge, but still fails. Still, she was in a 1v4 situation, but it didn't work out. The same thing is, going back again, especially on border as well. So it's when it comes to communication-wise, Hawx Gaming needs to pick it up a little bit. But when it comes to gameplay coming around from Quantum G1, they're just, just having fun. Just having fun. They're just basically toying with them.
Wait, we're seeing a Lord pick come out. I mean, EX7 on the Lord.
Defenders protect.
I want to see that turret. I want to see what placements come out from them, and that was a well thought pick. This is a strategy. I mean, come on. Quantum G1 not saving strats. What am I looking at?
Well, it can, unless and until the Hawx Gaming doesn't know that EX7 has picked the Chanka, they still has that surprising element back in them. So unless and until Magic Boy take at least steals 2 or 3 drones of them, Quantum G1 might be, we might get at least 1 or 2 turret kills coming from the Chanka.
5 seconds left before insertion.
That is true, though. Maybe we'll see that, as I like to call it,
To locate a bomb and
the spray from that turret. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, this could
Not
be.
from Valley.
Oh, there's 2 people coming in as well. Oh, let us take a look from the other side, though. Still see some players AFK on the spawn, but Thermite is actually going to peek that. Might find that 1 tap onto him. No! Oh my god! What a kill coming out from EX7. Drops the head of Beast right away. No mercy. The Thermite gets taken down. They still got 1 more hard breacher, though, but I don't think the breaching is something they've got to care about. Triple, there you go, finding that kill finally on EX7. Shuts down the Lord before he rains more terror on this map. As a shield is open to command for anyone. Now, we see that Alibi taking, or rather Sparko taking that gunplay onto him. Rather, that'll be Jora, though. Excuse me, over there. The excitement is uncontrollable at this point. That turret being put to right use. The C4 does get used out, so no more C4 plays coming out from him. But he could get caught off in the rotation. Not the case. Gets a free rotate back all the way downstairs. Doesn't even get engaged. No crossfires being established over here, as most of the players from Hawx Gaming are AFK.
To be honest, EX7 pick out one of the most important hard breacher of all, as Hex will actually shut down Magic's Boy coming straight from that stairs. They still have 3 operators left, as Jittery will take out Triple. That's 2 breaches down. This is going to be pretty difficult, but Jittery will, however, get shut down from Hex by getting a triple kill. Still, they have the whole site on their control. All they have to do is just get that proper angle right out of it, as Hex will go for that vertical gameplay established right from the armory lockers. Both of them are still on the archive as well as armory lounge.
Attackers have dropped the
Sorry, I
bomb
would say
diffuser.
armory lockers.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
They've got the
Maybe,
top floor
uh,
control established though, but it's gonna have to be a plant attempt coming out from them, because they've obviously got a lot of utility. Dope with the asphyxiating bolts, Hex Maester trying to find those cams though, and Nostalgia with the Thatcher EMP could do a lot of damage, or rather, I mean, clear out the hallways, clear out those ADSs. No Legion mines this time around, as we see that Tachanka pick come on, but I mean, it was worth it. Another early kill. Sparko gets one more though, equalizing on a score of a man count. Wants to make his way on top. Gets that drone hole. Drone taken out as well. He gets one as Hex gets one more. It's a 1v1 potentially now for Sparko. He's got to go for the denial. Does he hear the Thatcher out though? Can he win the gunfight?
10 seconds.
They both know who's in what position, and they've got to make this happen. No diffuser in hand. He's got to come for the kill. Sparko knows what's going on. He's just going to hide. It's a free take. Why isn't Hawx taking the diffuser to side? What is going on?
Run out of time.
Oh my god, that's a throw coming out from Hawx Gaming. A responsibility. Nobody grabbing that diffuser from the attacking side. Oh my god. Ah,
You know,
that's
for
you
a
hate to
moment
see it,
there-
Baba. You hate to see it. Yes, please.
No,
yes.
for a moment I thought Beast had the diffuser, because both IQ, Thatcher, as well as Dope Pope, all three of them were actually having vertical gameplay established right from the armory lockers, and I thought at least one of them should be having the diffusers, but they just dropped it off on armory lockers on the entrance. I mean, it's pretty sad to see, man. Me as a gold player, I'm actually pretty sad to see that.
Well, that is true though, but that was some great play coming out from them, and
Need to locate and defuse.
I think
mean-
Quantum is just winning out on the mistakes that HG is making here, and this is not the HG we know as the community members. Actually, see Majes Boy running the Warden, joining the Secret Service. It'll be so good with man on such a class in this game, running this elite op, as I like to call him. This is the only operator, if you'd ask me, has he's got a lot of class in this game.
I mean, looks like looks like Jora actually wants to take kills like a gentleman.
That is true though. Let us see if the gentleman wreaks havoc like he usually does on to the attacking side of Hawx Gaming though. Doesn't look like at this point it's a lost cause. I mean, come on. I was a Hawk supporter until map 1, and now it looks like they want to lose. They're coming into this map 3 to lose, and it's just not working out for them. Or maybe it's just not a sweet spot that they can find so far. This time around we'll see Nostalgia Ram the Hibana though, as Triple wants to go on another heart-reaching roll.
They still have Frostmats up in possession, but we still clearly don't know where it's going on. Hex will actually take out EX7 right from the archives, getting them much more control right from archives, but knows that there are at least 2 operators holding around right from the armored lockers that would be near the hatch. Jaeger is going to get called down from none other than Thermite, as Thermite goes for that again aggressive peek.
Tries to watch for that rotate, but doesn't know that Maestro has already rotated back on site. One bullet could mean his demise, but Sid is almost on 75 HP there. He could make this happen with Yalda, obviously. Majes Boy and Dope Pope picking up their own fights above. Trying to find those cheeky kills though. Maestro does get droned out. Was there somebody playing here? Got to go for those pre-fires, but that might not be the case, as he's got a lot of cover to work with as well. 4 versus 3 now. That man count advantage is necessary, and Sid will gain it for his team. He gains 2. He's on a killing spree here. Somebody stop this guy. I'm still seeing Majes Boy picking up his fight with Dope Hope up and above. Everybody on Club G1, or rather Quantum G1, is tagged, but not the case for Hawx Gaming. But that's not even what they want. Sparko just kills them all. I mean, we're low on HP, but we're not low on man count. We're just going to kill everybody. That's better. I think that works, right? Yeah. So look at that positioning coming out from Hawx Gaming. Oh my god, it's just blunders and blunders, and this is Dude, this is looking like the rank grind that I see Club G1 do. I mean, Quantum G1 do. It's just a rank match for them at this moment. There's no flank drone setup. There's just anybody running anywhere, picking out fights that they don't want to or they want to, and I don't know what to say anymore, Baba.
I mean, Quantum G1 are not even using their strategies at all. They're just completely free roaming. They know where the current positions are. They just basically know each and every one of the operators' positions about what their role is, what kind of position that they're going to be in. And at the certain time, when they get to know what their weakness is, they'll just execute it at an instant. So, like, it's basically like a hard problem coming from Hawx Gaming, and they have to pick it up a notch. If not, well, this third map is, goes definitely in the favor of Quantum G1 Esports. So they have to do something about it.
That is true, though. They're gonna have to do something really fast and really impactful because 3-0 already on to border, and we're not even seeing, we're not even going full lengths of those rounds. It's a shutdown. It's like Spark was like, come on guys, let's finish this early. I want to sleep early today. Enough of this border shit. I'm just gonna finish this up. That's a lovely 2K on that end from him there, though. Anyways, I still root for Hawx Gaming, though. I mean, I've actually always rooted for everybody except G1, but I don't even need to say it. G1 is the one who always wins. So I think it's the caster's curse. I need to stop rooting for the other teams now.
I mean, well, Hawx Gaming still has the opportunity to gain, but it's the first kill right off from nostalgia. I was about to say something jittery. Come on, dude. Really, at the first reinforcement itself. Oh my god. You made me speechless, jittery. You made me speechless. I was about to say something that Hawx Gaming was about to get at least a comeback opportunity because EX7 is not holding that long off angle right from offices, so they have much more opportunity to gain that security room control as best as they can, but Jitri is making it much more easier.
I think it's not even the point of holding anything now. They're just winning every gunfight that they take, and there you go.
God.
EX7 is going to thread that needle. It takes down the head of Hex, and it's just a shutdown, like I'm saying. They don't even need to try hard at this moment. There's no denial. They don't care what they pick. They just need to make sure that every bullet that they shoot connects, and that is exactly what is happening so far.
Well, even though that Quantum G1 doesn't have any intel at all, they know what their position is, that their positioning is, and this is really getting Hawx Gaming into much more pressure. And that too, right now they have a wide angle established right from office. Spark is going to peek from that angle, but still gets tagged. Still has 10 HP left. He can still make a comeback out of it as Dope Pope well replied back off, taking out Jittery.
So he's trying to hold that long angle though, and will peek it widely eventually. EX7 finding that long duo kill onto Beast. Still got Dope Pope and Triple to work with. Triple making his way out on East as he gets actually lagged out. Capita losing that fight. Now it's all down to Triple to make this happen, and Majest Boy is here to end him with a shotgun blast. And Quantum G1 are playing terrorist hunt on border against Hawx Gaming.
I really don't know what to say. For a moment there, I was about to see, I was about to give light to Hawx Gaming that their position was a little bit off, but it still didn't work out in their favor. Club G1 are basically just dominating each and every side that they see, even with both of the Nomad as well as Jackal band.
I mean, finally you were seeing Hex come out with that line pick though. They would want that to keep Club G1 or rather Quantum G1 on their toes a little bit. But as you can see, hear me out, feel in my voice. I've lost hopes for Hawx Gaming at this moment.
Well, even I am also losing hope for Hawx Gaming, but still, even with that ridiculous amount of operator changes that Quantum G1 is doing, there is a little bit hope for Hawx Gaming to at least make a good comeback out of it.
I'm all out of hope, Papa. I mean, if you're rooting for Hawx, I'm actually gonna start hoping for you that you don't lose hopes, because I've lost all. I've lost everything. Spark was running a Vigil. EX7 is playing a Caveira. Jittery on the Jaeger. Majest Boy on the Bandit. Obviously, it's like Sparko and EX7 are playing flex ops, or rather anything they want to. And Jittery and Majest Boy and Sid are just going to make sure we're going to keep the fighting on side. So that is exactly what they'll do.
Attackers are moving
So-
out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
There were those stacks coming in, though. That Lion scan working to their advantage so far. EX7 tries to find an early kill on the Nostalgia, but doesn't know there's two attackers waiting for that kill. Look at this. Look at this great hallway of death. Only EX7 to fight it with, and he will win that. Oh my god, EX7 pops off the head of Nostalgia. As there's only two attackers left outside. Triple gets one though, and that'll be the body of Majest Boy lying dead on the offices. That's a long angle to look for. B is still trying to make this happen, as Jittery is actually going to go for a run out all the way onto the long angle of CC. Gets the Lion. That's an important pick for them. No more of those Lion scans coming out, but Beast is going to get one for his own. Gets the second one as well, as Triple is here to get one more. It's a 2 versus 1 now, and they win that round, all because of Club G1 being oh so aggressive. Hawx Gaming, oh my god. Finally, one round on border. Huh.
See, Foxy.
Okay.
This is why I don't lose hope on Hawx Gaming. But just like I said, there was a little bit of operator changes from Club G1. They didn't know what kind of positioning that they have to return back. Even though EX7 got a wonderful kill right from that hallway, even though that hallway was completely known to all, it didn't work out, but still gets that win in the end. I'm hoping that Team Hawx Gaming would actually make this wonderful comeback out of it.
Well, Nostalgia picking Thatcher on that 6 pick. Never mind. He's going to switch that to Zofia. Looking at a responsible but maybe a fun round coming out from Club G1.
Defenders
Because
I mean, it was a fun round for G1, but they're just taking it, they're just keeping it cool for now, knowing that they still got that got this match on their hands. So.
well, I don't want to be the one to jinx it, but this might really turn bad on their favor if they lose another round in a similar fashion, because Hawx Gaming wants to win in a situation where you take them lightly, they will win. So you would not want to do that.
Well, there is actually true about it.
remaining.
The thing is, we're playing in a tournament, and especially when it comes to
5 seconds
tournament,
to go.
all players would obviously be so serious about winning a game about it, and especially Hawx coming with at least one win. I would definitely not underestimate Hawx Gaming, even if they're going that much aggressive going around. But Sid Samba is actually like to do that aggressive strat yet again, holding that angle.
Nobody's
right
going to
from
spawn
Diwali's
Valley.
entrance, but
Look at this. Nobody spawn Valley. They don't want to pick
Exactly.
those fights.
Yeah, looks like Sid Samba is going to be all alone by himself on security room, but Jittery will take that kill off from Dope Pope.
They're going for
But
this
he will
bathroom
get-
take here. It's a 4 stack. They get one, but the refract comes in right away. Just Boy trying to hold this down though. The free fire, but doesn't connect. He gets downed and turn, and that great play coming out from that Zofia. He's got to hold this one down though. Obviously those calls are being made. Sparko gets one more. That's a great kill coming out from him. Good run out. EX7 knowing where these defenders are. Everybody stacked up at this moment. It's a 4-4, or rather 3, as Majest Boy is still down on site here. Sid finally coming for that revive for his friend though, making it a 4-3 now. C4 being thrown just to be sure. Doesn't want to die in that engagement. Everybody so low on HP on the side of Club G1, but we've seen them convert good things before. Maybe that might not be the case this time around though. Nostalgia picks up one kill, doesn't engage in another with Sparko. Information does get traded off. He's on the half wall. Can he win that fight? Yes, he will. It's a 3 versus 2 now, and the refract comes in right away from Majest Boy. It's a 2 versus 3. Make that a 1 versus 2 as he gets one more for his misery. Beast is all left to clutch in a 1 versus 2 for his team. As the Hibana from Hawx Gaming, always left alone to make it happen for his team. could possibly go for it. He's got a lot of time to work with, and we hear all those barricades coming in from Quantum G1 as they don't want to throw this round like they threw the last one.
Exactly, Foxy. And with Hibana knowing that she won't be able to take out those hatches, she's going to go right from downstairs. Never mind, she's going to go back from the top just to get that vertical gameplay established right from the archives or at the armory locker. She's going to open up that hatch. She still has that X-Kairos as well as 3 stun grenades at her disposal. But now knowing that Cade is Cade's Electroclaw is still active on that hatch, Hibana has no other choice but to get that control right from workshop. Both of the teams know where exactly Hibana's location is, and Magic's
Oh,
will get traded out.
So 1 versus 1 now. He could really win this.
15 seconds
Sid's
remaining.
got enough HP to clutch this one out, but Hibana's so low. Will he win that fight? No, Hibana actually potatoes onto him. It's a free kill for Sid Samba. What is going on? That just not being traded off that information or not spotting the Cade in time. Sid missing his shots there as well, but Hawx is broken at this moment. We'll see his side swap come in. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Those are the 3 words I have for this map.
Looks like Hawks' confidence is actually going pretty well down as Club G1, especially Sid Samba, clutching it out at the last moment, getting that 4-win lead. In order to get back in the game for Hawks Gaming, they have to win 4 rounds in a row. And hopefully with that role swap coming around, if they defend it well enough, there is quite... to be honest, I don't know, Foxy, if I can definitely say that there is a huge possibility out of it, because we still have EX7 playing as Nook. For a moment there, I thought EX7 was going to be playing as Sophia, but Sid actually taken that wonderful opportunity to play that by himself.
Well, let us see what Hawks has, man. What Hawks has to offer or defense. We're looking at Quantum G1 on 1 round potential win away from proceeding to match point, and oh my god.
No. I know what Club G1 is doing right now. They're going for this is a definite aggressive push coming around from Club G1. You have Lion, you have Nook as well as Ash in their disposal. They can actually rush right from Valley entrance.
Well, Dope Hope is trying to find that early kill like Quantum tried to. Will find that kill onto Ash. Great play coming out from him. They require that for this round, or for this match rather. Is that early kill in as Sparko trying to go for that. Looking for any possible run out, and run out will come in from AC Vents. Does get 1. He finds 2. 2 free kills for Sid Samba on the Zofia. Why would 2 people run out from that window? It's the same window essentially. I don't know what's going on at this moment. We did see Hawks sitting on that hardly on that man advantage for about 1 second before Sid picked up those 2 kills of his own, almost getting that 3rd there for himself, as he's going to drop to death, and that will be the Hibana taken out on Hicksmeister, as Jittery is here to refrag, and Beast is here to get 1 for himself. Sid is going to have to make sure he gets the 4K this round to win this one out. The Jaeger is watching him already from the half wall. He knows he can listen to him. Those footsteps coming in. Doesn't spot him yet though. Does spot him eventually. Missing all his shots. Gets a lot of HP off of him. Excuse me, that's the bandit there though, not the Jaeger. Obviously with the dock in play, the juice comes in, and bandit getting all juiced up. 1 minute 30 to work with, as Sid all alone on Quantum to make this happen and proceed to match point for his team.
Sid will, however, go for that drone right from that break room, just trying to make sure that no one will actually flank him from between. But looks like Bandit and Dog both are holding both of their sides. But Hex will actually go for that aggressive peek right from office to stairs, knowing that Sid is droning. Right,
this might work in his favor though, if he tries to peek that, but Sid knows exactly where that Dog is playing with the drone work coming in. 50 seconds. The positions have been already told out. I mean, the communication's been made. They've got to hold these crossfires properly, and the win. It's a free win for Hawx, unless, of course, they do something incredibly stupid and Sid somehow wins it out. The 90 cam also come into use here. 30 seconds to work with. Not looking like it's turning in the favor of Quantum G1 as Doc waiting to make that peek happen. Does spot him on that blow. He gets one more. It's a triple kill for him, like I said. He's got to make this quad kill happen for his team. 19 seconds. He knows the rotate is coming in. Does spot the bandit. He's got the diffuser as well.
Seconds to go.
The bandit not knowing when to push though. Doesn't spot Sid. Tries to go for that pre-fire, not connecting. The plant will go down. What is going on? Hawx Gaming does get that clutch in eventually though. Beast still giving a breathing chance for Hawx Gaming. As we almost saw a throw come out from the team. Oh my god, dude.
Defenders have disabled the bomb diffuser.
This is the most bizarre match I've casted in my life so far.
Well, mistakes after mistakes. This matchup is all about who makes the mistake the most, Foxy. It's like Quantum G1 tries to have fun. They make their own mistakes. Next thing you know, team Hawx Gaming makes their own mistakes just because, mainly because of their pressure and such. And the more mistakes that I've been seeing right now is from Hawx, and EX7 is just taking it much more lightly because his good amount of precision and accuracy when it comes to getting those spawn kills and out of it was so good, especially on defense. But I didn't get to see much more kills coming from the attacker side. And looking at the operator pick that EX7 has picked out, he has taken Monty.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Well, if you haven't heard, EX7 is indomitable on that player. I mean, you give that guy a gun, he's unstoppable. What if that guy is a mountain with a gun? I mean, just imagine the havoc he could create. Meanwhile, Castle actually losing a little bit of HP. No, that'll be Hex on that Twitch drone though. That audio cue throwing me off on that cam anyways.
Activated device.
I mean, for Team Hawx Gaming, they still have a chance to make. Even though Club G1 are making a lot of mistakes. That Hawx needs to do right now is to take both the top fraggers, that would be Sparko as well as taking them out. If they would at least take them out, they would have much more freedom to get on the site and hopefully get that plan executed in a proper manner.
That is true though. We're looking at a possible rush coming out from G1 here as they're trying to take control of Passport and rather quickly. Majest Boy will be the leading tank for them this time around. Does get that pre-fire, or rather the wall bang onto Hexmeister. The attack is here as the player gets spotted onto the desk, and there's a quick refrag coming in from them as well. 4 versus 3 now. EX7 still running the Montaigne, rather Sid trying to go for that pre-fire, but nothing connecting so far. Sparko is on top, making sure that he provides cover for his team from in any way that he can. EX7 already has made his way onto bottom of the metal stairs. No rotations coming out. That is Sparko making sure. Zofia almost engaging here with his teammate. There you go, drops one more kill for his own. Beast is dispatched, and that'll be the castle. EX7 running the Monty though. Lets up the smoke. Tries to go for that pre-fire. Doesn't land enough shots though. That's 2 down for G1 as it's a 2 versus 2 now. And the Zofia is in. Gets the Jaeger as well. Make it a 1 versus 1. It's all down to Sparko and Nostalgia to clutch it out for their teams as we look at 1 round away from where Quantum could proceed onto match point. And Nostalgia to try and give another chance for his team to make this happen. Does get spotted out. Doesn't lose HP, but gets tagged a lot on the process though. Sparko could really attempt this plant with no holes coming in. Prep holes rather from his teammates previously. He does know the plant is going down. No, he actually doesn't. He waits for the plant to go down. No other way to drop this as though we did see the bandit clutch the last round, but will this case be any different? Sparko's got to, all he's got to do is hold the long angle. There's no way he could lose this.
Need to protect the diffuser. Position compromised.
It's a ticking time bomb now for him at this moment. He's got to find the Twitch. Can he find him in time? He's got a lot of time to work with though. But no, he does find it eventually. Does even go for the finish. He can go for the defuse. There you go. Hawx stretching it out on that bandit once again. Looks like that's a lucky charm for them. 5-3 now as Quantum G1 yet again stand one potential win away from that match point.
Yeah, just like you said, Foxy, if Sparker could have hold that long angle right from that courtroom, it would have worked out. But the first things first that he wanted to make sure is that he could have saved himself just to make sure he can waste a lot of time. Didn't work out in his favor, and hopefully it got in the favor of Hawx Gaming. Pretty much, I would definitely say that Hawks still needs 2 more points to get back in their game, and it's actually they are to be honest, they're coming back up. Even though with EX7 giving wonderful intel on that previous match, letting them know what kind of positions they were in. Obviously, said got that frag out of it, but the only problem was nostalgia holding that angle straight from that archives, which eventually led them the win.
I think the joke of Quantum G1 trying to yeet onto the opponent team is just turning in Hawx's favor. They're not taking any of it. They're not letting Quantum go to match point so easily. Not so far though.
I mean, I did see that aggressive push by taking Lion, Tinka, as well as Monty coming up, but it still didn't work out with them. And there's a proof that Hawx Gaming is actually better at holding aggressive pushes, especially on defense.
That is true though. Let's see how this one works out for Hawx's favor, because this is customs, as you know. It's a little unorthodox side that you would want to defend on, as it is a little more attacker favor with so much defense spread out. Let us see how that works for Hawx Gaming.
Right now, EX, oh my god, J3 will actually get that first kill right of Dope Pope, and that would be a Mozzie down.
That's quite a kill though. They've got to worry about that because they're already one-man deficit so early into this matchup. Majes Boy gets a free entrance on to CC, and that's a it's free real estate for him at this point. What is going on? There's nobody holding on top. All right, Sid picks up another kill on the Nostalgia. It's a 3 versus 2 now, or rather 5. Excuse me. You see Hex, Beast, and Triple. Except Triple was actually going to be on top of the office half wall. He knows there's engagements coming out in his favor, but no, Jittery is actually attempting plant here. His teammates just need to cover him. That is exactly what is going on. They're playing post plant now. Oh my god, what is going on? Triple, come on, you've got to make something happen for your team. Notices that Sid is going to rotate back though, doesn't find any kill, finds it eventually, dispatches him as much as Boy is here to get one more for his own. Great spot coming in from that buck though. Good positioning as Jittery setting up everything that his team needs for a post plant situation. Does spot the dock and will dispatch him as well. It's all down to Triple to make this happen for his team. Doesn't know there's a buck nested above, and Quantum G1 proceed on to match point.
Good set of pressure as well as post-plant situation coming around from Club G1. Sorry, that would be Quantum G1 getting that perfect opportunity, knowing where Jaeger's positioning was, goes for that aggressive plant out, gets the proper win by taking out all of them in post-plant situation thanks to Magic's awesome angle straight from outside the site. And now it's match point coming around from a Quantum G1 where Hawx is I'm actually losing hope for Hawx now, Foxy.
I mean, they're sitting on match point, one win away, one round away from taking this map as well.
Exactly, and with the EX and with the Dokabe's calls are actually coming in on effect, knowing where, especially like they didn't even use drones at all. Just by one Dokabe's call, they got to know where their position was, gone for that post plant, and they eventually won it out. I'm sorry if I said it out twice, but that's eventually how they got into that perfect execution.
That is true though. Some great positioning that they got, and good, I would say, presence of mind, because they went for that plant quite early after they got that man advantage, and that is something you'd want to do. That is exactly what we saw G1 do.
Yeah, exactly. And with Majesk getting the, especially when you said free real estate, holding
Right.
that, getting that complete control over on armory lockers as well as
5 seconds
security
left
room, they
before
eventually
insertion.
got it. They got to know where the positioning was. Why am I saying positioning
Attacker's
again for the
objective is to locate a
fourth time?
bomb
I
and
will
defuse
never
it.
know. Let's head on to action phase for now.
Well, yes. Let's get on to the action phase. Here is Jittery running that IQ and Majesba yet again on the buck. We see no roll swaps coming in, and that's quite a brave spot to drone for. A pre-fire could really end Jittery's life, but no, he's droning for his teammate who is making sure the cover is well taken off. And there you go, the Mozzie's actually going to go for a run out, gets that easy kill onto the Dokkaebi, so no more calls coming in from that hacker. Still see Majesba trying to make his way up over here though. We see a rappel game coming in from Sid as well, as Sparko is just AFK, possibly kind of making some calls there. In game, I mean, obviously. His teammates are trying to hold this one down. Beast playing aggressive on this door, while Dopope is picking up fights of his own on this hallway. Sparko gets one kill finally, gets off that possible AFK situation. I'm not really sure what is going on. He was just speculating at that moment. Jittery is still low on HP, gets a lot tagged up actually. We don't see a flank coming in, but this boy is here to refrag. That is going to matter for Mozzie as it's 3-3 already. They've still got the bandit hugging the wall though, and could really turn in the favor of Hawx Gaming if not played right by Quantum G1.
I mean, for Team Hawx Gaming, they still have Hex up in that with the help of ACOG site. The bandit actually goes for that wonderful bandit trick by taking out the Prometheus breach charge. Oh, sorry, that would be Hibana's Excaros pellets gone.
Yes, that is true though. They had to make that happen. He was hugging that wall for the exact same reason. That attack though will get reshuffled onto office side. Is then no, they cannot get that breach done. Hexmeister is trying to peek the buck on the hallway. So Majesh boy is just hunkered down, trying to make sure none of this is given into the favor of the opposition team. He's going to push up, gets that kill onto Hexmeister. It's a 2 versus 3 now. The positions have been called out as Sid is holding the sandwich door. They're going for the plant here. Goes for the white peak, doesn't land his shots though. Not in a prime game at that moment. As we see a 2 versus 2 now. Sid will get that kill onto triple. It's not a kill yet, but it's eventually that, as obviously there's no signs of revive coming out from their team. Will finish him eventually with that rappel in. It's a 1 versus 3 for the bandit. Doesn't look like the lucky charm will work out this time for his team. Gets one, finishes off the down guy. Tries to pre-fire onto the AC vents. Got not enough time left. Even if he goes for both the skills now, I don't think he's got enough time to go for the defuse. Doesn't find any, and that'll end the reign of Hawx Gaming on that bandit clutch. It'll be a meme now as Quantum G1 proceed on to map 4, winning 2 maps. Alright, Quantum G1. Okay, we feel you, bro. You're here.
To be honest, EX7, Sparko, and Sid Samba, like these three wonderful players, gets that much more, more kills out of it.
Well, look at that
And
scoreboard. Great frag potential coming out from both these teams, but just better on the case of Quantum. Like we saw, obviously, they won those rounds. Obviously, they've got more frags. Anyways, we'll cut short to a possible last map in just a while.
Wait. dub dub.
What have I got? I got no one to care for. They don't need me. I'm alone. Wubba lubba dub dub.
Right, we'll begin the map 4. That is a possible last map for Club G1 because we saw them take 2 already. This is the last win that they need for making this happen. I'm joined yet again with Baba Gusta for this best of 5 match. What is up, Baba?
What up, Foxy? How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm all good, man. What's up?
I mean, we've already seen 2 maps where EX7 is actually on fire especially getting good amount of spawn picks right from the beginning, taking out 1 or 2 hard breaches, which was really important for Hawks Gaming to go for that push. But right now with map 4 going around, with still Nomad up in play, there's a huge possibility where Team Club G1 is going to play passively this time. And with that bag going around, I would definitely say it would be a Hibana ban because it's bank. Especially on the roof of the
I really like how Quantum here is on attack, but they went for a ban that would not favor themselves. It's. I think they're just trying to up the stakes here for Hawks. I mean, it's too easy for them at this moment. They just want to make this a little tougher. Thatcher out of the board from Hawks, and the last ban will come out, and that'll be Mira. No time wasted on that. No second thoughts.
Yeah, no second thoughts at all, Foxy. Yep. I mean, if Fox Gaming is going to defend around on CEO office, there should be a higher possibility where they would pick either a castle just to go for that impact tricking. Foxy, what do you think about that?
Well, yes, they'll be going on to Tellers and Archives first, though. That is something that Hawks wants to play. See, I've always seen the Bangladeshi squad brothers of us from the Siege community. They always have this little different approach to the usual sites that we like to play. And I'm not saying you aren't supposed to go Tellers, Archives. It's not something you usually go to. It's just a little bit of that difference in the playstyle that they exhibit and the strategies that they bring out.
I mean, the thing about the team picking Teller's office is that there still has that surprise element because especially for G1, they don't even know what kind of stats that they're going to be pulling out. They don't know which position that the teams are going to be in, especially that they're taking on Teller's office. So a little bit of change of pace as well as change of operator picks would actually bring Club G1 into a little bit of a thinking just to make sure in what kind of spawns that they have to be in, and especially what kind of turns that they need to execute in, especially on Tellers, because they still have the only thing that they have to do right now is gain control of CEO office, which would be much more simple for Club G1 to handle it, because we have EX7, we have Sid as well as Farco, who will definitely gain control out of it.
Let's see how that works out though. Just like you said, Sid yet again running that Zofia, while Sparko will be running that Capitao. They want to make this quick as you see them sprinting all the way onto that tunnel there. Wants to establish this control, but no, he gets peeked on from the Jaeger. That's an early kill for Triple, and that's a really good advantage that Hawks Gaming has set themselves up against Quantum G1 at this point.
That's a pretty good important kill, and that too with the Capitao gone. They don't have to worry about going for that spoke plant. They still have good amount of intel coming around thanks to Pulse's cardiac sensor, and with the Hex's drone still up in possession. Yeah, Magic's still holding that angle straight from that
Just gets
drone.
spotted
Hex
out
will
though.
actually get to know where.
He wants to win this gunfight. He has to make it happen, but no, he actually falls down the hatch. That information does get traded off. There's only one way in for him now. At this moment, doesn't want to take that fight though. There you go, losing that gunfight. EX7. That's the first time I've seen EX7 lose a gunfight in that kind of a position. Triple gets that kill. That's the second for him this round. Does get a little bit of HP off of him, but that's just scrubbing his shoulders there. Just going to make and stay strong on this one. A drone not being dispatched yet. Still strong as Hex is going to drop another, or rather the first one for his team, and Majesbo is taken out, and that's the Maverick out of the play. Hawks Gaming are making plays over here on Bank, and looks like this is a map that they favor.
Well, both of them have control right over on that
Attackers have
open
dropped the bomb diffuser.
admin office. Hawx will
Attackers
actually
have
get a
recovered
kill
the
from
diffuser.
Jittery right from below.
That's a double
Said-
kill for him as well. The Jaeger and the Mozzie doing all the work for their team, and it's just working in their favor so far. And Jittery gets taken out, or rather Nostalgia gets taken out on that Claymore. The death from the grave, and Sid not able to land his shots. Tries to go for that res, but it's all too late. They're all onto him. There's no way you can make that play happen with in a 1 versus 4. And Hawx Gaming get the first round off of Quantum G1 on bank.
Exactly, a good element of surprise coming around from Hawx Gaming, especially a triple. You're taking out Capita right from that tunnel and get one more kill, which eventually evens it out with both the roamers gone. They went for that execution, did do quite well out. It worked quite well out in their team and got that first win out of it.
Well, yes, that is the case though. This time around, we see Sparko running that Ying as the Valkyrie gets 6 picked onto the Warden. Not really sure if that is the play they want to make. Maybe because of the Ying though. Yes, that could be something they want to exhibit, but don't want that Capitao anymore.
Defenders, protect your bombs
Yes,
from being
and what
defused
my
by
guess is
attackers.
Warden would actually use his deployable shield right from the blue stairs just to hold an angle and get just to make sure that they won't get that control off from the blue stairs. I think that's the strategy that the team of Hawx Gaming is going to perform here. I mean, yet they don't have pulse in their possession, so like they are actually sacrificing intel over on much more power as well as deniability of flashbangs.
Reloading on ammo.
AGS active in this sector.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Stay clear of ABS line of fire.
5 seconds remaining. Attackers must locate.
Baba, could you help me cast solo cast this round, please?
Yeah, sure.
I'll go rehydrate a little. I've been sitting on this chair for way too long now. Yes, please. Thank you.
All right. With the Club G1 team spawning around right from alley axis, they still have much more possibilities to go from. Mastro's evil iCam still up in possession, especially right around from garage. Still, the only thing that we have to expect right now is Sparko's Candela effect. Will it's going to work out in her favor? Well, let's find out. Well, Triple still holding that angle straight from that server room. That's actually quite an aggressive peak coming right around. As Sparko is actually trying to drone the whole site out just to make sure that he would give much more support and good amount of intel about where the positioning are. Nostalgia still holding that blue stairs,
Bomb
knowing that
located by attackers.
like not knowing where the players currently execution coming around, as EX7 is holding that angle straight from the skylight just hoping that could actually make a
Attackers
little
have
bit of that
recovered their
mistake whatsoever. Jittery goes for that aggressive peek coming around, just tries to bait him out so that he could get a kill right from
Attackers
Sledge.
drop the diffuser.
There's still 1 minute mark is about to come. There's still no gunfights coming around yet. Not even one coming around. Brief is still coming around up in place from Jittery.
That'll be the case though. The ADS is working in his favor, but that's 2 burnt off and make that 3 as Nostalgia is ready to engage in this fight. He gets those glasses on. Excuse me over there. Almost flip my mic over. Jittery will get 1 kill onto Triple, and that's an easy one for them. Tries to peek the Hasdo with the shotgun. Gets 1. Doesn't find another. Doesn't want to get over aggressive. Tries to peek that, and Nade is out as well. He makes it alive out of that. Nostalgia making big brain plays here, but no, gets dispatched eventually by that Sledge. EX7 dispatching him. 4-4 already, or 3 rather, as we see the defense on 1-man shot. No flanks coming in as well, as their attack looks perfect with the kind of position that they need.
Attackers recovered
And
the bomb diffuser.
See Beast holding that long angle, and Hex on one as well. He gets one, and that's a pre-fire, or rather the team kill come out from them. It's a 2 versus 2 now. LNS has got to hold this one down. He will, though. That C4 disconnect, and Majesboy has to push in as well, and he does. What are you doing, Hawx? That plan doesn't come in the last dying seconds as he gets that one onto Maestro, gets the one on Bandit as well. Just Jora, things for you on the second round of Bank.
Looks like Club G1 went on with that perfect execution, knowing where the positioning were. Gets that hatch opened, especially right out from the open area. They were about to go for that post-plan situation, but an unexpected pre-fire comes from EX7, taking out his own teammate and his own cause by taking out Kaid. But however, still gets that frag out, hopefully getting that first point up, especially around on Bank. Right now, it's both tied to them. There is still hope for Hawx Gaming to come back out of this.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Let's
Yes,
see how well
they'll
going to
go for that
defend, especially
little
around on
bait
CEO.
there with the Warden play. Will get 6 picked down to Nostalgia running the castle though, as they try to go on to top floor defense. That is something that they want to do. That is something on board for them so far as defenders. So this is quite a favored side if you'd ask me. With the Hibana band, they'll have to go for that close quarter proximity breach with a thermite charge in hand, and that is going to be something that Hawx can obviously fight against with those impacts. Hexmeister running the impacts beast, and obviously we just saw Castle's impacts being used for making those rotations.
So what I'm guessing is that Legion is going to be the one holding the CEO office, hopefully making out for that impact trick. But looking at the operators picks, they don't have a shotgun operator. Like, they don't have a shotgun, but still with a shotgun, impact tricking would be way much more effective. Yeah, looks like they are going to do it, however, with the help of Hex's Belief's 410 secondary weapon. And Alibi is actually holding the hallway reinforced with the help of the reinforced shield. I would actually prefer an ACOG operator holding that site. Meanwhile, EX7 still on that parking lot, trying to hopefully at least get 1 or 2 operators right from the site on CEO office.
That is Ruda Sparko making his way already in. Make sure it takes out that pre-placed C4. Easy one for him. Does get droned out. He's got to make sure that those flank drones are set up well in place, because the flank from the archives could really be devastating for his team. Majesboy working his way through to get that breach done, or rather even try and shake off the defense a little bit.
Bomb located by attackers.
It looks like
Good
Bandit
does make
now.
those holes
that
though.
would be
So watching these holes, that'll be LNS on the MP7 this time around, and got to make this happen. There's no Rappel game coming out yet, but he's scared that there might be someone, and that this time there is. Majesboy knows there's somebody playing close as well. They've got to anchor this guy down, as there's no way he can win this one out. He's gonna get blown to smithereens in the thermite charge unless Sparko catches him off. No, none of that happens actually. He makes it out safely. Sid running that thermite though. Let's get his breach done, and LNS gets a kill of his own actually. That's a great play coming up from Bandit, playing close breach. No challenge coming in from that. Not Rappel as well. Still got 4 attackers to worry about though. Will get taken out by Sparko eventually, as EX7 is there to pick up of his own triple to get one more. That'll be Majesboy off the board. 3 versus 3. Everybody with good HP except triple as he engaged that fight against Majesboy. Trying to go for the plant here. Smokes the hallway. Fires up the press conference room, and will go for the plant, and that'll be jittery. Still go. It's a 2 versus 2 now. They can make this work if they want to. Alibi avoid peeking. That doesn't land his shot. 7. What are you doing, Alibi? He lets that plant go down, but eventually gets the kill though. Sparko's got to deny this plant. That's all he has to do. Hawx is trying to keep him busy as triple runs out, and it's an easy win for Hawx, unless of course that plant denial though. That tunnel vision coming out from Hex. Oh my god. They got that round, but a little irresponsible if you'd ask me. Good play eventually though.
It was a good play indeed because Alibi was actually at the right time, taking out the planter as well as taking out Sparko, and yeah, especially with the triple being with that perfect positioning right from the main entrance, gets that kill right off from Sparko, rappelling right from the CEO window, hopefully getting that window of opportunity to get that win out of it.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
We see a great round coming out from Hawx. Trying to go strong on this one, trying to go full length. Possibly go for the 5th map as well. What do you think, Baba? What is going to happen?
Well, from what I've seen from the previous match, Club G1 actually won placement lockers with the help of Jora, going aggressive right from the secure hallway. But they still have the same operators picked out. They still have Warden. They still picked Warden instead of Pulse. They're sacrificing intel over much more dominance over on the site. So I would definitely say that this might go in the favor of G1 because it's the same operator picks that Hawks' gaming is going out on.
Placing my evil eye. Shields up.
And with that evil eye
Deploying razor wire.
placed especially right on the site.
Evil eye deployed.
And on Garage, this would have much more intel, especially right from Garage as well as on the lockers. And it's an unusual. This is actually an unusual positioning where Triple is actually playing right from this, like far from the side rather than playing from blue stairs. Looks
Can
like
get those pings in, but eventually rotate back, losing a lot of HP. Down to main stairs. Hunk is this one down. Get that barricade in. Doesn't want to pick those fights as he's one bullet is a long take. He's one engagement away from death. A breach charge also could, at a distance could end him. This time around though,
canister would actually end his life, but sadly they don't have a smoke operator here.
yeah, that is true. Nostalgia still playing the same strategy as we saw them play previously, while Just Boy is doing his wonders, getting those hatches open. Arenas yet again playing downstairs though. He's got to hold this down for his teammate if he wants the Warden to do some work, but he's just hunkered down well and strong for this one. Don't get spotted out. And so will Nostalgia at this moment, but it's a teamwork coming out from him and the Bandit. Bandit getting pressured here. He's got to move, but he's actually in a very speed spot. Doesn't get fired up at all.
I'm surprised that the Dome didn't get destroyed out of Capitao's fire. Well, eventually it will get takes out. Now they get to know where Bandit's location is. They will go for that execute with just 37 left. If they have to go for it, they have to go now. Warden still holding that angle right from the blue stairs.
Tries to go for that nade though, won't connect anything, gets one down. Will he get? No, he sprints. Your sprinting decreases your ADS time. Nostalgia, what's going on as LNS loses his life as well. It's a 2 versus 5 now eventually. They got a lot to cut through, no denial coming in. Only Maestro and the C4 of Hexes to work with. Holding that long angle though all the way onto site.
They don't have
Triple gets rushed in, he gets one off of the little HP that they had. Sparko is rushing on side here. It's a shutdown from them while the plant is going down. Hexes gets a double. This is making happen. Hex is doing work for his team so far. The C4 gets thrown in as well, but Just Boy going with the same take and will end his life. Quantum G1 win it again.
Magix did it again.
Totally.
Are you kidding?
Just Jora things.
Just Zora things.
The vault of Jora, you've got to be scared of on bank.
I mean, first it was with the Bandit, now with Cade.
Let's take a look at the scoreboard here. Some great frags from Triple and Hexes while his team is trying to heavy frag on moral support and a little distributed on the side of Quantum G1.
That last kill was like watching an instant replay of the previous point. Like, even though it was a little bit of a time management problem that Club G1 did, in which they managed it out quite pretty well by two of those operators going aggressively just to make sure that they would give good amount of pressure.
Attackers need to locate
It
and
still worked
defuse
out in their
bombs.
favor, even though with the Sparko getting down with that diffuser, it still worked out in their favor. Gets that win out of it, but right now the points are no longer in their own favor. It's like drawed. It's 2-2. And right now they're going to be defending yet again on Tellers. Back again.
I'm running.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
They cover me!
Well, let me just break the silence here though. Excuse me. I was getting a little bit of hydration done. So my throat's starting to act up. Well, if we're going 5 maps, I don't think I can do this, man. I mean, this is a fight that is so awesome to witness that I'm just not able to shut my mouth here. Hex is actually going to go aggressive. That drone work is coming in from him, but the C4 gets tossed. What a great throw from him, but EX7 knows there's that play coming out from him and will
Attackers
evade that
dropped the bomb
C4.
diffuser.
No damage done though. So some great plays from this Valkyrie, but just, excuse me, just couldn't connect that C4 at that moment. Does lose a little bit of utility, but has to play close now as the attackers have got the top control established over him. He's a sitting duck at this point if he doesn't get help from his teammates or win those gunfights that he engages on. Triple is here to support him though, just as I speak about it. While we see the push coming in from main lobby, that is something LNS is possibly looking for. Yes, he will find the head of Majesk Boy, and that is Jora taken off the board from Quantum G1 Esports.
Bandit goes for that peak. Right from that, tosses his C4. Does not connect, however, especially around on Teller's office, knowing that his life is on danger. He will, however, fall back right from the counters. Meanwhile, a Jittery will actually take out a Triple. That's one rumor down. As EX7 will also do the same by taking it out Legion. That's a whole site clear. They can actually are free to go for that plant out. The only thing which is remaining right now is to just blow open the walls, especially on Teller's office, and go for the plant.
4 versus 3
Sparko
now.
will-
Yes, that man advantage will come to their favor. Eventually, they've got to hold this one down as EX7 is going to get one more kill. That is going to be from above. He's wreaking havoc in this vertical gameplay that is exhibiting. Sparko finally finding that engagement with Valkyrie though. Will roll out his Ying. Picks up that fight, but Valkyrie's just going to fall back. Doesn't want to engage anymore as Nostalgia is offside as well. Okay. Alright. 20 seconds to work with. The plant is going down on site and the defenders are elsewhere. Another Candela being tossed out, and that's a free kill for Sparko. EX7 almost picking a fight here with Nostalgia. Can he spot him? But that's not something he's expecting. No, he wins it. EX7? Are you kidding me? He's a 4K that round if I'm not wrong. Great gunplay coming out from that sledge on the vertical gameplay, and look at that reflex from him. Oh my god.
Well, right now it is actually going in the favor of Club G1. Even though they did won, even though Hawx won their first round, especially around on Tellers, gaining that good control out of it, they didn't get to control it yet back again because Club G1 knew what Hawks was actually going from, what they were going especially with the strategies going around. It's not working well in their favor, and looks like they're going to be defending back again on lockers basement.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And we see the same operator picks back again as Nostalgia playing as Warden.
Attackers have located a bomb.
I see how
No
they're picking
difference
these
from
fights.
operator picks whatsoever, and defending basement lockers, gaining, I would actually say gaining basement lockers would not be a difficult task for G1 to accomplish it.
I really like how they're picking these gunfights very intelligently from Quantum G1 because they don't want to engage the
5 seconds to insertion.
Warden playing against the Ying that is on Sparko. So the captains are not going to fight against each other. They don't want to do that because they're literally direct counter for each other. So that's some good engagement coming in because we see Sparko always trying to push the hatch or the main stairs, and that is good. Good presence of mind, good utility being put to use, but Quantum G1 is just making out on top of it so far.
But to be honest, that's a lot of utility used on just one stairs. So they are actually free to, you know, at least gain angles, at least from garage or from the secondary main stairs, which would gain them much more access onto the site. So
Attackers have located a bomb.
Jaeger's ADS, Jora, I would actually say EX7 could actually throw his frag right from on that site with having no problem of ADSs being denied whatsoever. It's just all used up in one specific room.
Attackers bomb diffuser has
Well,
been
LNS is going to drop one kill though. I'm not sure where. That'll be an aggression coming out from him. Does take out Majest Boy in the open area. And there you go. The dead body of Majest Boy lying in the lobby there. It's a sad one for him. For his team. Losing a Maverick. Obviously in a map where there's a Hibana ban coming out. So that's going to cost G1 if not utilized well. I was about to say quantized, but that would just become too obvious. I mean, come on, it's Quantum G1, I know, but I don't want to make, yeah.
To be honest, Foxy, with Magic's gone, opening up those hatches would be very much difficult because for the past 2 to 3 points, we've seen Magic's opening up those hatches and then reuniting with the team. But right now, Magic's are not fulfilling his job properly. Hawx still has that opportunity to gain this win out of it. And with the Warden getting that fight up, especially on the server room blue stairs, he's going to fall back knowing that 3 ADSs and the reinforced shield is not going up in his favor. Meanwhile, EX7
picks out one kill of his own on the other side of the map though. Jittery picking a fight almost with Nostalgia, gets shotgun to death, but will get Beast that was playing behind the servers. I was not sure why there are two defenders speaking the same angle. That is what happens. You let only one of them do the job. But that refract potential is strong and that is what they need right now. EX7 hunkered down all the way onto garage here. This could be a one-man army push for them at this moment. As Sparko is trying to make those Ying plays happen and he will drop that hatch. It's a 2-on-2 take on site and Sid Samba is trying to drop LNS playing onto elevator. It's all down to Nostalgia.
15 seconds to go.
Gets dispatched as well. The mute all left alone. Triple yet again. Man, I feel sorry for Triple already. He's the only one left alone, always on Hawx to clutch it for his team. Now 1 versus 3 now. Everybody's so full on HP. Tries to go for that pre-fire. Doesn't land anything though. That shotgun not coming in. The LMG is just better and Sparko wins that gunfight. And Quantum G1 proceed on a 2-round advantage against Hawx Gaming on Bank.
No, even with Magic's, even with the Bandit picking out Magic's, it wasn't quite good enough for Hawx Gaming to defend the site, and G1, they're just dominating all the sites. They're just not letting one of them go in the favor of Hawx Gaming.
That is true. Though we'll see X7 switch onto Caveira as a 6th pick. That is what they want. And Nostalgia onto Jackal, though, that's quite a read coming out from both these teams. Merely a coincidence, you can say, but that is going to help them this time around as the Jackal.
I think not.
The Jackal's play is obviously going to matter. We've known the Jackal for so long. He's got the highest ban rate.
Bomb located by attackers.
Irritates the players a lot. You don't want to be pinged continuously for so long, and let's just see if that's the case for hunting down that Caveira. Side swap coming in. We'll see Quantum Jeevan wanting to choose lockers as their first side that they want to defend. That is obvious because with the Hibana band, you'd obviously want to go in a side that favors breaching so much, and which is why we'll see Hawx Gaming come out with two defenders. I mean, attackers that breach but make that one asset is going to get the Thermite a good night. No place from him. Not sure where we caught that spawn peak coming out though. That's all the way onto alley. Yep, that was it. Yep.
And that would be alley access on the roof where he took out the hard breacher, which was actually important to take off those hatches. But we still have Maverick up in possession. They can actually take out all of those hatches in ease, even without Kaid being played from Jeevan.
Well, looks like Hexes already has the control over onto servers. That is something that the defense is already worrying about. But we've got defenders playing above, and that is Sparko as well as Jetri. That's a double roam, and they've got hatches open as well. So they want to hold this one down aggressively. Want to hold this one down with meaning, and EX7 gets one kill of his own on a Nostalgia. Holding that long angle yet again. Does not matter what gun is in his hand. It's just an ACOG, it's a hollow, it's a reflex. It's all EX7 with a gun. He has a gun, he shoots you off as a Jackal dispatch. So we didn't even get to see a cat and mouse chase between the Caveira and the Jackal. Yet again, like I said, Axis is still trying to gain control from his teammates as they know there's a lot of roam coming in. He's actually going to go for that peak though. Wants to go above. He has those defenders. It's a lot of information being traded off and nothing that they can work against, as it's a 5 versus 3 with such a spread out roam on a map like this. This is going to be a fight that they don't want to pick, or it's a fight that they would want to pick only if they win, and they won't, as the Zofia gets dispatched as well from a Jisk boy.
The attacker's bomb diffuser
B is getting downed as well from the Caveira, and it's an interrogation from him, and Triple yet again left alone for his team. And we see everybody running to get that kill onto him. C4 possibly being tossed. Triple has lost all hope. This point doesn't even want to try. He's just high-fiving the air. He's just speaking stock. He's speaking, I don't know, man, at this point. 30 seconds, 4v1, position given away. Good night, Hawx Gaming, as Quantum Jeevan take this round as well. They stand on one potential. Round from match point. Wow. Trying to get those pre-fires in, but doesn't land enough shots though. I'll be actually surprised, or I'll not be surprised if EX7 wins this gunfight. Trust me. There we go, finally getting that kill. Triple trying to save KD here, but nothing he can do. There's one guy playing on Skylight, does get spotted out. We'll get that kill onto him. 2 more to work with. Almost throwing that round by Quantum G1, but obviously not totally, as like I said, one potential win away from match point, or rather series point. Excuse me. Well, we see the Ella getting 6 picked onto Alibi, while the Capita will get 6 picked onto Nomad. One thing notice there though, like we saw the rest of the maps where we saw Nomad and Jackalban come in, this time around both the operators are free to use, and that is something the attacking team, that is Hawx Gaming right now, wants to employ.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
To be honest, Foxy, this is quite an unusual sight that G1 is actually picking. They're actually defending the executive lounge. This is
They
kind of
are.
ballsy play coming around from Team G1.
They are not only defending the open area and the kitchen, but running great,
To insertion.
I would say, lineup on the attacker roles as well. EX7 tries to go for the spawn peak. It's being read out though. The distraction is working out. He gets one, doesn't get the second. Does get down though. Finally, being put to sleep eventually. Will lose a little bit of HP off of Hexes, but we still see Jittery trying to hold that angle. You see that? It's a long angle peak coming out from him as he's going to dispatch Majest Boy on top. 4 to 3 already as we see Quantum G1 yet again throwing as a sit on one potential round away from match point. Literally trying to get aggressive over here. One shot gets shelled from that gun could really mean the demise. Knowing that how good of a player Jittery is with that aim, I mean, you don't want to pick that fight. He himself is going to back out from it as we see Nostalgia making his way to top along with his teammate Hexes trying to make it happen, and he will. Hexes get that easy kill from top onto Sid Samba. No, it's all down to Sparko and Jittery to make this happen. They're just having fun here. Sparko gets an easy C4 play, or rather explosion. Doesn't even look at it. Connects it. Jittery still has one C4 himself to work with. He's trying to hold the site down as Sparko is going to go for a long rotate all the way onto Banana. Some like to call it the spiral on top. Trying to find those cupcan traps here from the Thermite. Not finding any. The diffuser is dropped above. Wait a minute, Hawx Gaming. You cannot do this again. You cannot do this again. Everybody is below, but the diffuser is on top and janitors.
What's going on?
Hawx Gaming just not in the right mindset. It's all down to Sparko to clutch it out though, but he doesn't know the diffuser has been dropped, and that'll end that round for him.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was a blunder coming out from Hawx Gaming, but just less man count coming out from Quantum that they could not win that round.
You know, if Sparko gets to know that the diffuser was dropped near on the laundry room, he could have just took his time easily without having no care at all and hopefully going for that match point. And looks like they're going to be picking yet again the open area. And right now, finally, Hawx Gaming is actually using Nomad and Jackal up to its full potential, knowing that it's not been banned. They're going to use it as best as they can to just take out at least EX7 or Majisk, hoping that they would finally get back up in the fight.
Well, yet again, we'll see them go onto the same side though. Let's see if that same aggression comes to their use as that Nomad charge finally being put to use did help them. Hexes on the Nomad with that flank being set up did dispatch Sparko and shake him off a little there, make him lose that gunfight as well.
ATS deployed and ready to go.
10 seconds left.
I'm reloading.
5 seconds left.
Feed up and running.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
EX7 does get dispatched this time. A shutdown from Hawx Gaming. Not going to take any more of that from the Jaeger. Still see Majesba trying to peek this though. All those Rappel games coming in. Excuse me there. Let's see if we can find that kill though. He's actually going to drone him. They're scared of the defensive lineup of Quantum at this point. As Sparko is still trying to peek it. No, Majesk tries to peek it and loses that fight to Nostalgia. It's a 5 versus 3 all of a sudden. And Triple is going to get one more onto Jittery. Sid and Sparko the only ones left alive, and the Jackal scans come in as well. He's been spotted. They know there's only one playing on site. The aggression is going to be real this time around from Hawx Gaming. Tries to find that kill though onto him. No, he doesn't.
Drop the bomb.
peeking everything that he can see, and the main stairs push is successful. It's all down to Sparko to make it happen, but no. Hexes wins it out, and a flawless round come out from Hawx as they stand one round away from a equalizer. It looks like the game throw is costing Quantum G1 at this point. They've gotten they're 4-5 now. I mean, any mistakes now are bad. I mean, it'll get equalized, and then any team winning that round is going to go to match point. So that is something they've got to worry about. See, Hex is 6 picking from the Nomad down to the Nook, though. The one that, not really sure why they did that. Those air jabs were really working in their favor as they tried to make it happen. But the knock play, obviously, they want to hold Garage down. That is exactly what they want to counter as well.
Right now, looks like Club G1 is going to get their head back in their game by picking the rightful operators as well as picking up the right spots, just to make sure that, you know, fun time's over. Let's get back on the serious part.
10 seconds remaining.
That is true, though. We don't see a cab employment as well. It's all
Exactly.
down to the classic Quantum G1 strat. We've got Sparko on the pulse, Sid running those scams for his team, EX7 with the Ella, obviously. I'll be surprised if he's not running a shotgun. No, he's not. He's actually going to go for
Never
a
mind,
spawn
EX7 is
peek.
actually going to go back for the spawn peak yet again.
Yeah, he wants to do this. He wants that aggression converted.
Nah, he's too confident about it. I mean, he's been successful towards like the entire tournament has been gone on, and looks
Wait
like
a
this
minute.
boy is going to get downed. And looks like that's a whole defense, whole 5 people coming around from tunnels.
Well, look at this lineup from the defense as well. There's only Spark holding down Garage. There's 4 people over here. Whoa, okay, alright. We see the stack up. What's going on? EX7 is going to peek this anyway. Doesn't take anything from the defense. Attack rather. Gets a little bit of HP put off though. That Bauer giving away his position. Doesn't want to over peek this. Sparko
Defender has left.
running that. He doesn't notice the Claymore. Will die to that Thermite's gun though. LNS working wonders for his team so far. It's an important one for them. Sparko has got to come off his Camus. X-Meester gets him with a deagle. That's a great play coming out from him. No, he cannot win that fight though. Oh ho ho! Majes by one taps all the way onto tunnel from the site with the pistol. Oh my god, that would have been a treat to watch, but I just couldn't switch cams so early. Too much orgasmic play coming out from these two teams. Jittery and Majeska going to be low on HP though, and Sid on full. They still got the C4 to employ. Go for that denial as we still see attack holding angles for a possible flank coming in. Nostalgia is going to get that possible flank on. That will be Jittery dispatched as Majes boy has to make his way. Has got to position himself better rather, if you tell me. Still haven't got those hatches opened up though. They don't want to do that as well. No second heart breacher left, so they would rather prep for the plant instead. Go for the rather inner play, and another one tap from Jora. Just Jora things. The Majes boy takes out the head of Triple as well, punishing Hawx Gaming for peeking that angle. Running that AUG A3 on the other hand though. Got to use the pistol obviously for those long range fights. Sid is waiting for the call to be made that the plant is going down so he can rip that C4 out and blow the beast of Sledge and the smithereens. 2v2 now. Scores are settled so far. 20-minute mark is here, and will we see Quantum go on to match point, or we see Hawx Gaming trying to make this happen? Nostalgia losing a little bit of HP on that fight though. Sid is picking one of his own onto Beast. Nostalgia loses it against Sid, and Sid on to Beast. Hawx Gaming equalize it on a 5-5 against Quantum G1, and both sit one round away from match point. We'll take a quick look at the scoreboard, just like Dope wants it. Hexes on 13 frags, Triple on 10, LNS on 7, Sparko running 8, and EX7 on 10. So we see a really heavy frag game coming out from Hawx Gaming, and that one very impactful kill of Beast that he's got on his scoreboard, though. Very helpful for the team, as we saw him dispatching Sid in that last round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Camera in position.
That again, we'll see them go on to the basement defense here, though. Possibly no joke play coming out from them, but that rush did actually work in the favor of Hawx Gaming. They scattered that defense here and there a little bit, and they could really work against that teamwork of what they had themselves within that equalized man count.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. Attackers' objective is to defuse a bomb.
Sparko trying to set up those distractions for his teammates, though. Possible will go for the roam, not sure, but that is not something that is advisable with the Jackal being employed on the other team. This time again, we'll see a full reinforcement come out. No aggression, no early aggression from either of these teams. Cannot spot the fifth player of the defense for some reason. There's two, there's one more, that's four. There we go, Sparko playing a little bit aggressive. Setsama and Majez Boy hunker down on garage. They're going for a top floor control first, as they don't want to waste time, or rather take that little chance that if there is a roamer, could really be a very impactful backstab. What do you think, Baba? How is this going to fare for Hawx Gaming?
Well, right now with G1 losing a lot of match points, especially around on basement lockers, staff as well as on executive lounge, they are back into action. Especially Hawx Gaming still has that opportunity to make that proper comeback and hopefully tie this series out and hopefully goes for that decider. But I mean, this is Club G1 we're talking about. Like for the past 2 to 3 rounds, they were just having fun. But right now they're just coming back serious. And what is that?
Levitating IQ.
IQ is levitating. I mean, it's November, so yeah.
I mean, no levitating November. Was that it?
No. That wasn't it.
That was not it. Anyways, we'll see a lot of breach come out from the Hawx Gaming team. They've got, this time around, they've got the Thermite alive though, and that is going to make a difference for them, getting those hatches open. No challenge here on the server stairs, though. Hex is going to make his way all the way down. No engagement as well on the server racks. Knows where the breach is got to go for. And we still see a 5-5 with only 50 seconds left. It's going to be a bloodbath when it comes down to it. Nostalgia over peeking this angle, though. That prone can get caught out from the defense if it is droned out, but just not enough information being traded off. Obviously, we don't have the maestro. We actually see Hexes doing that as well. There's two people trying to go for that prone peek here. Just not working in their favor so far. Does take out the cave charge. Eventually can go for the breach. Everybody holding everything down. It's a great crossfire established from everyone. Jetri loses that fight with Triple, though. Does lit him up a lot. That tag is not going to be enough. EX7 smoke plays are coming in as well. LNS trying to go for that plant, but the C4 gets tossed out. Hexes is close, gets the one in vault, and that's Sparko dispatch, but Sid is here to refrag. The hallway flank is cut out as well, as Sid's got to go and stop this, but he cannot rotate from that hole. He gets that eventually, and Quantum G1 proceed on to match point. Oh my god. That little window where Sid could involve in that almost had given me a heart attack.
And right now it's match point for Quantum G1, as they are 1 point away from either winning this tournament or putting this match up to overtime. And right now they're going to be defending the executive lounge.
First, let me just take the moment to say nice, because we have 69 viewers on the stream anyways. Apart from that, we'll come on to match point and rather series point for Quantum G1, because you guys know, just like you can see on the stream, 2-map advantage for Quantum G1 at this moment. So they win this, they take it home. They win the ISCL, another title to their name, to this indomitable roster, unchallenged so far
Protect your bombs from being defused by
on the
attackers.
server.
Well, this might be the last point for Foxy Gaming to either come back with or lose their title as the winner of ISCL. So in order to do that, they have to get this round back up so that they can come back into overtime and hopefully win it. It's like, judging by the operator picks that Team G1 is currently picking up on, it's a pretty it's just a pretty similar strat that they're going to going on, as Magix is going to be holding an angle straight from the hallway, and Sparko will actually hold the CEO office, hopefully impact tricking it with the help of with the help of Castle's impact grenades.
Obviously, let's see if that is the case though. See nobody come out early onto the parking to get some free kills on this side. Everybody holding this side this time around, though no unnecessary aggressive peaks coming out from G1 as they look like they're geared in to win this one out. Early drone works
right now
coming in from the attacking team as well. Yes, Baba, please go on.
Yeah, just right now they're just droning it out just to make sure that if they are going aggressive or not. And with that pressure being a little bit relieved, Nomad is going to go ahead and progress up. Meanwhile, Maverick is holding the roof, but sadly to say, Maverick, there's no one who's actually holding that angle. In order to do that, he either has to at least get an angle straight from that parking lot spawn, that in which Jackal is exactly what he's doing, but still won't be able to find one as Legion.
But Jezboy actually is going to win that fight. You don't peek Jorah with a ACOG in his hand, not in a fight like that. He will win that eventually. That's a Jackal dispatch, so no more of those scans coming out from him though. 4 versus 5 already, and then he drops the hatch. Oh my god. He actually was trying to go for that white peak under the hallway, but no. Excuse me, over there. IQ gets dropped the hatch, but no, he's going to drop a kill from below the hatch as well. That's EX7 dispatch. Let's get the down on Jorah as well. Doesn't wait for him to go for that revive. Quick display of adaptation from Hexus. Judry still strong on side though, as Triple is going to get one more. They're looking like they want to equalize on this. 4 versus 2 now. Sparko is going to get 1, and that's LNS taken off. Still got 3 more attackers to cut through, as Sparko will be discovered outside. He's got to hold this one down. All those pings coming out, he was detected. Cannot connect his shots though, as Hawx Gaming win this one out. And we proceed on to the first overtime that we are witnessing.
Well, Hawx Gaming, even though with a lot of aggression done by Quantum G1, still came back up on their feet and hopefully putting it back to overtime. Right now, Hawx Gaming still has the opportunity to make this a proper comeback. If they do a little bit of mistake, in which that little mistake that Hawx Gaming would do, it would unfortunately will get that point win up to G1, and it would be a really sad moment for Hawx Gaming to even making that pretty good comeback out of it. It just didn't
Attackers
work
need to
out quite
locate
well.
and defuse bombs.
I just don't want to see Hawx Gaming lose, but still done from both the teams. At least one has to be the winner, and they have to pick it up a notch.
I think the open area defense is really stabbing Quantum G1 on their back right now. Like,
Exactly.
they went too overconfident at that moment, and now we're looking at an overtime.
10 seconds to go.
mean, they went too overconfident, especially on
5 seconds
staff, in
remaining.
which EX7 went for that aggressive spawn break over on the open
moving out to
area.
locate a bomb.
Not once, not twice, but actually thrice. And that it was like both playing as Jaeger and one playing as Ella, in which EX7 did not even find anyone for playing Ella. So that actually caused them the overtime. But right now, if they don't fix that situation right up, they might actually like give this, point free to Hawx Gaming.
Heartbeat sensor deployed. Camera feed up and running. Electroclaw is active. Changing back. Gonna reload. Razor wire ready. Anybody need a shot?
Sparko trying to get aggressive though, making sure that no aggression is coming out from those tunnels over there. But we'll see X is running that Nook actually. That Eagle play did come out in his favor. He dispatched Sparko in that server oh so easily, and Beast has actually made his way onto dining unchallenged so far. No damage done on either of the teams, as we see everybody being employed on site this time around. They don't want to go for that roam play.
Yes, but still, Hex still has a wonderful opportunity to move through the garage and hopefully getting that control over, just to make sure that he can get one. And looks like Triple will actually do that by taking out Magix and J3. Those are actually two important operators, as the site is actually full of players. They can actually, they're free to go for the plant, as a Triple gets a double kill, taking out EX7. Meanwhile, Sid picking out a fight against a Hexmeister. I'm actually surprised Hex is actually giving this a fight up against Valkyrie. Downs a Sid and eventually takes him out. That's a double coming around from Hex, and eventually Will gets traded out from and then Sparko. Sparko is the only guy who got this one out, as he takes out a Triple.
Attacker's bomb diffuser has
That's
been
two for him this round though. Can he go for the third? No. Hawx Gaming will shut him down and proceed on to match point on bank. Well, that open area defense on 2 consecutive rounds did not quite work in Quantum Zeon's favor, yeah?
Yep, it did not, because that aggression actually quite took him out by surprise. And that too, what surprising moment was that Magix was down, especially on that site, which actually led them to led the whole positioning of Team G1 crumbled.
Yeah, that is
And
true though.
And right now, with match point going from Hawx Gaming, this is actually quite a throw coming around from G1, as if they don't win the if they don't win this matchup, this would actually go for the decider map.
Yes, that is true though. We'll have to go for the 5th map
Attackers
if
need to locate and defuse as many
Quantum
bombs
doesn't
as
win
they
this
can.
one out. But the case in hand at the moment is Hawx Gaming going on to defense, and that is not something that they were performing good on while Quantum was attacking.
And Hawx Gaming weren't actually that pretty good, especially on defense. So I would definitely say that this would go to a 7-7. I mean, even though if it is a draw,
10 seconds to go.
let's go to a draw. This can actually go
5
really
seconds
quite
left.
in the favor
Yes, for
of
Quantum G1 to
G1.
still stay alive on this, they're gonna have to go to overtime match point, and like a 7-7, the maximum rounds possible on this setting. Let's see if that is the case. See Quantum trying to make this happen, or we see Hawx Gaming taking this map and we proceed on to a decider. X is going to play aggressive on this window though, doesn't want to make that run out, obviously just trying to get that information in. Being traded off, just a spot that likes to play a lot, obviously with the Valkyrie as well. We saw him do that previously. That C4 was in hand previously, but not this time around. Top floor being droned in as well. Axis is the only one from the defense that is going to roam. Wait a minute, where is Triple? Okay, there we go. I stand corrected. By myself, actually. Okay. Hex is the only roamer. So if they dispatch Hexes, they've got pretty much a whole lot of thing less to worry about. Sid is going to make sure he drones every little corner of it. Does spot Hexes or doesn't? Maybe that is why he's playing so close to this. No, he does. He's got that prone angle outside of him. Look at that. Jittery trying to make it happen though, but no. Hexes take him out easily, and Majesk is here to refrag. It's a 4v4. The Capita is lost, and that is going to be a tough one for Quantum if they want to make their attack felt. Presence felt, rather. Sparko making his presence felt though with that gun in his hand will dispatch the aggression coming out of main stairs. 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. Beast and Nostalgia trying to make sure they hold down the site and trade information as much as possible. Everybody's on site at this moment in perfect crossfires. Those breaches have still got to come in. As we see Quantum G1 trying to go for a classic attack take on bank here. Server push is happening. Trying to peek that long angle and will win that fight. EX7 proceeds onto side but loses that fight against the Pulse though. That's unnecessary aggression coming out from him at this point. While the opponent stands on match point. Majesk boy still waiting on the Thermite to come and breach that wall though. Trying to make sure that he makes enough disturbance for his team, or rather gives cover. Peeking the same angle though. Prepping for the post-plant situation, or rather to provide cover for the planter. Sparko meanwhile is going to be hunkered down on top. The Ying goes out as well, and so does the C4. They've got less time to work with. 20 seconds on the clock. Will we see a C4 shutdown coming out from Nostalgia? No, that won't be the case. That Ying prepping herself for the drop. Will get taken out. Easy bait from the Pulse, but that will be enough to buy some time for the attackers to go and plant the bomb. It's a post-plant situation now. They've got to wait, play against the clock, while Beast and Nostalgia have got to play with it. Majesk boy takes out Nostalgia. It's a 1 versus 2 now. We see a possible 7-7 come out from Quantum G1 as Beast is trying to long peek that. White peeks this angle and loses that fight against Majesk boy and Jorah to finish off that last kill, and Quantum G1 proceed to overtime match point 7-7. Oh my god, this is a series point for them and the decider point for Hawx Gaming. This is getting heated now.
This is the point where we get to decide who will win. This is pretty much heated because it's a total of 15th round. This is the last point. We'll get to see whether Quantum G1 is going to be crowned as the winner of ISCL, or Hex, I would definitely say Hawx Gaming coming back up and hopefully them able to, you know, steal their victory off from it.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
Right, yet again they get to go onto the locker side though, so that's going to be an advantage for them. Obviously that's one good thing about running overtime, as is when you start on defense you have to pick the side that is most strongest, and that will be lockers for Quantum G1.
Evil eyes ready. Reloading on ammo.
10 seconds remaining.
The only thing G1 has to worry about right
5
now
seconds
is
left.
the Nook, which is going to be aggressive, especially from the garage entrance. If G1 takes care of a Nook from that garage entrance, they would be much more. They would be having a good amount of freedom to hold that site. And looks like Sparko. For a moment, I thought Sparko is going to be holding the stairs, but looks like he's going to be the one roaming from the open area.
Almost spots the head there though. I thought the kill was coming out for him, but he's too far. Linus, he's actually outside droning. So just something that you have to see as a spectator, those outlines. Meanwhile, EX7 doing a little bit of a dance here on server. Look at that! Look at that! Look at him go! Look at that! Yeah, yep. He's doing a little cha-cha here. Here's the drone. There's this Hex is playing close onto that tunnel. Sparko unable to spot him, obviously. Doesn't want to trade that information off. Meanwhile, on the other side, we've got top floor control established successfully by the attacking team, though. That's some good work being put to use. Sparko's still on the cardiac sensor waiting for Access to make his move, but neither of them are doing anything.
Loading new magazine.
Nostalgia almost picking up a fight here. No, he doesn't actually. There's nobody roaming. Right, my bad. So go back to site as Triple is trying to find any aggression coming out from main stairs. Sparko knows there's somebody playing outside tunnel, but Hexus is oh so patient to make sure that that push, in case if it comes in, it's from him and not from Hexus.
Torch is hot.
Triple trying to make this breach happen though, as there's one defender playing right below him. That C4 doesn't connect. Hexus is still waiting in patience to make this happen, as that server hatch does get breached as well. EX7 is going to fall back. Doesn't want to make an engagement on that peak. Loses a C4 but still has a lot of utility to work with.
I mean, like right now, time is actually ticking a lot for Team Hawx Gaming. If they have to go for that push, they have to go for it right now.
Being that long angle though, without any... He's not scared at all, but EX7 is not landing his shots either. Nostalgia is going to wait this one out, and there you go. Easy one tap onto that. Kaid will dispatch him. Now Hexus is in. He doesn't get detected by those drones though. He can make this happen if timed well. This is the round that is going to make all the difference here. He's going to get one. That is Hexus out, equalizing it in a 4 versus 4 now. They still got the smokes to worry about, and Sid's gun as well. One taps LNS right out of this map. Sparko still running that cardiac sensor. The Nostalgia trying oh so hard to make that plant happen. But Majis boys here, and so is Jittery. It's all down to them, and Quantum G1 win ISCL finals. Yet another title in the name of this roster. I'm tired of casting matches, Baba. Come on, man. How many times are you guys going to win? Oh my god. Sparko, Jora, EX7, Jittery, Sid putting up a show for everybody here. CA lead animation coming as well from the captain himself. Look at that scoreboard. Look at that scoreboard.
Foxy. That was really quite a long
Look
match.
at Hexus, Triple, and Nostalgia dropping those kills. Oh my god. 20-15-10. What is this? What am I learning the table of 5 here? Anyways, let's just get back to this awesome night that we got to witness. Great match. Yet again, Club G1. Excuse me now. Quantum G1 win another tournament. That'll be the ISCL finals. Thank you. Thanks to all the admins for making sure this works out smoothly. Thanks to everybody else who contributed to this. Much love to you all. Bye-bye. Have a good night. And if you like to watch more Rainbow Six Siege, make sure you subscribe. I stream a lot. Thank you very much. That'll be it from me and Baba. Have a good night, guys.